#1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's like to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I don't know where these sounds are coming from. Everybody's on my nerves today. Everybody's on my nerves.
Are you going to sit there and just take it?
Let's get to it. Your Wednesday afternoon. Mason and Ireland right now.
Guest growl, Momo.
Wow, you're coming in hot.
Why not? I've worked in a week. And by the way,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot. So, you know what Mason did today and yesterday?
Yeah, I know.
He pulled a Chuck Booms. Do you guys remember Chuck Booms?
Yeah.
So Chuck Booms used to do this every time he had a vacation coming. He would take the 2 days before it off and mysteriously get sick.
Yeah.
But I think what this is that, Mason and I's contracts are up in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And he's not leaving any sick days
or
vacation days on the table.
Right, just in case.
So, Greg, if he has any more vacation days coming up, plan on him taking
2 days before
off
single
until
time.
he burns all his sick days.
Can't wait.
Have we seen anything on the Instagram? Have we checked? Because he outs himself on Instagram.
He said he was going to go zero Dark Mason this weekend.
What? No. What to do? Are you in his fantasy basketball league?
No.
I'll get Trudell to offer him a trade, Greg, and I guarantee you he'll respond to it.
He said zero Dark Mason with checking his laptop one time per day.
One time, he literally claimed he was going to a place that had no cell reception, no internet, and Momo, you offered him a fantasy baseball trade, and he got back to you within 10 minutes.
Yes, always.
He is a complete liar about this zero Dark Mason thing. He's lying about being sick, and he's lying about the other thing, but to his credit...
It's not a lie. If you believe it.
To his credit, I'm not so sure he's not the smart one.
Right.
I've said this before. I leave days on the table every single year.
Yeah.
Because I'm just too busy.
Yeah.
He never does. Yeah. So who's the dummy? It's me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm with you. I don't take very many days off ever.
Right, but I think in this scenario, you and I are the stupid ones.
We're the dummies.
Yeah. Nobody's ever going to die and say, I wish I would have worked more.
Yeah, totally.
No, it's not on your tombstone.
Right, but it will be on Mason's, and he'll be proud of it.
100%.
Yeah, but anyway, so there's so much stuff, and I haven't worked in a week, so I'm going to do a lot of word
coming in hot.
Yeah, very much so. First of all, I want to get with you because I saw some of your reporting.
Yeah.
Should I expect to see LeBron tonight?
I don't think so.
I don't either. But they haven't announced it, and they've surprised me
I've been
before.
trying to get them on. Well, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he played tonight, but not in Portland, or
now,
do
you think Luka plays both games of a back-to-back?
I don't.
Yeah. So my instincts are no either, but he made it sound at the All-Star game like he goes, I got a 30-game sprint, and I want to be with it for as much as possible. And I've seen him. We had a game in Atlanta this year where I was absolutely convinced he wasn't going to play, and he played and played great.
Right. Okay.
So he's been known to do that. But it is an issue for tonight, right?
So what is he officially listed as?
Questionable.
Questionable.
You can be doubtful, questionable, or probable.
Okay, I'm going to give you...
He's in the middle.
I'm going to give you as much information as I can give you.
Okay.
Because I have checked on this a lot, and this morning I've been trying to check on this, right? Because,
by the way, are you allowed to say the LeVar Ball story you're checking on or not
yet? Yeah, it's on TMZ, so
this is incredibly sad.
Yeah,
you just told me what's TMZ reporting?
He had his foot amputated.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know, it's really...
unlike other people, I know LeVar rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed him. Yeah. And I enjoy his family. I think the kid, LaMelo's in town. I loved Lonzo. Now LiAngelo is going to maybe make more money than any of them with this music.
Yeah.
But I'm so sorry because his wife Tina had a stroke.
Yeah.
Around the time we drafted Lonzo, so they've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And so thinking about you, LeVar, and hope you're feeling okay. Yeah.
I mean, they got a picture.
Do they say what the health issue was?
They just said after suffering a serious medical issue.
I hate to hear that.
But the picture of him. He's smiling.
Yeah, he always
looks
is.
like his right foot here.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But, well, at least LaMelo's in town, because the Hornets are here, and we're going to play tonight. So we may see LeBron. I'd be surprised if we don't see Luka tonight. I think
who
Luka's
I really think
tonight.
you'll see, though, is Mark Williams.
I was just going to ask you that. So
he's listed as probable.
For people that don't know, and if you've been living under a rock, the day before the trade deadline, the Lakers traded Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, a 2031 first-round pick, and a 2030 pick swap. So pretty good haul for the Hornets. To Charlotte for their center, Mark Williams. Now, Mark Williams is a physical freak. All right, he had the longest standing reach in combine history. Yeah. He jumps out of the gym. He has, I think it's something like 2% body fat.
Yeah,
like
he's 7'2", supposedly.
Yeah, in shoes. Yeah, but he's missed more games than he's played in. He's played in fewer games than Zion.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when he failed the physical, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a reason a 23-year-old guy has missed 60% of his games.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Hornets still haven't filed a formal protest, so I would assume if Mark Williams plays, can we assume now that closes the book?
Probably, yeah.
That they've given up on. I think they were trying to get the trade rescinded, which you're not really. Any team has the right to have their doctors.
Yeah.
And so a little background for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Their trainer, Vanessa Brooks, is a doctor of kinesiology.
Right.
And Leroy Sims, who the Lakers hired last year to oversee their whole medical department, used to do that for the whole league.
Yeah.
So the Lakers medically are on as solid ground as you could be on. They have doctors, and Dan Vigil, the team doctor for the Lakers, he's out of UCLA, is a genius. I mean, everybody goes to Dr. V when they need anything. So if between those three, if Vanessa Brooks and Leroy Sims and Dan Vigil failed a physical, there's a reason. They found something. And Charlotte can't just come out and say, no, he's fine. Because if he's fine, why has he only played 40% of the games?
Right.
I was relieved when the trade got rescinded.
So the Lakers had
I thought we were
obviously
looking at Andrew Bynum revisited.
Yeah,
Remember how good Bynum was, but he could never stay healthy?
Right. And then he never did stay healthy. Like he had a couple
Once
of good
we traded
years.
him, he was never the same.
Never the same. So there was the Lakers had information. Obviously, they knew his medical history. There's some level of transparency that happens before you do a trade, like whether you get to look at CT scans or whatever, those kinds of things.
Right.
But you don't really get to see the guy up close in person until you trade for him, until he comes in for a physical. And so that's where when the word I kept hearing was they were very thorough. In other words, they really wanted,
that's what I'm saying.
as they should be. They gave up a lot.
Well, and very thorough means that you had 3 world-class medical people,
if not more.
Look at him
There were
and
back,
say
foot issues.
red flag.
There were other issues.
You pay
Yeah.
Dr. Sims and Vanessa Brooks and Dr. Vigil a ton of money for this specific thing to keep you away from landmines.
Yeah.
And so those doctors all did their job.
Yeah.
Charlotte can claim that he's fine, but that's according to your doctors.
Yeah, I mean,
we trust our guys.
He's playing. He was played the night before he got traded, so it's not like he's been out.
He played against us. And by the way, Greg, AD completely destroyed him.
Yeah. It was like 42, 19,
I think it was
5 blocks.
I think it was 43 and 20.
Yeah.
And at the end of the first quarter, it was like AD was 9 of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just – and so – I mean, I know there are people that really like this trade, and who knows, it could come back around. I like the physical attributes of Mark Williams, but if you can get him without giving up Dalton Knecht and without giving up a number 1 pick, then go do that.
Yeah.
But if you're not sure, then good, rescind the trade.
Yeah. So let's get back to LeBron.
Well, let me finish the Mark Williams thing. So Mark Williams has not played since the trade was rescinded, and there were all these reports coming out of Charlotte that they were going to
file a protest.
Dave McMenamin, our buddy, reported that there was going to be a trial, like a mock trial, where they're going to present doctors and stuff. I don't think that's happening. I think if Mark Williams plays tonight at Crypto, it's over. That's Charlotte waving the white flag and saying, okay, we think he's fine. You didn't. We're moving on. Lakers have already moved on. Dalton Knecht played in Utah right before the break.
Right.
So we think Mark Williams is going to play tonight, and you can see what maybe we're missing out on. Now, LeBron backs out of the All-Star game. By the way, I thought it was weird he backed out as late as he did.
Correct.
Because I thought Norman Powell should have been an All-Star. And
either Norm Powell or
he was up there already.
Sabonis really should have been an All-Star.
Right. He was up. Norm Powell was up there already for something else. I think he played in the skills competition.
Yeah, so that would have been an easy ad.
Right. Had they done it like the day before. So maybe LeBron tried to play and right up until the game thought, but he didn't even come in until the night before.
No.
Right? So did he know the night before?
Okay. I can tell you what I know.
Okay.
And then there's a lot that we don't know.
Okay.
Right? So you'll have to read between the lines.
You got it.
Around 2 o'clock on Sunday, the Lakers sent a message to the league saying, his pain level has gone up from where it was after the last game against Utah. Okay.
Right.
And that it's not a good idea for him to play today. That was around 2 p.m.
Okay. And by then, I think Norm Powell had probably gone home.
Well, the game is at 5.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours before the game. Before that, he had been listed as day-to-day. Okay. He had come into the game that whole weekend listed as day-to-day. Now, you and I have been in the league a long time. Generally speaking, you have a good idea of whether you're going to play or not.
Right.
It's not like game time decision or whatever it is. Anthony Edwards was also a late scratch. Nobody's talking about Anthony Edwards being a late scratch because LeBron was a late scratch. But Anthony Edwards came in, warmed up, I think, was even in his uniform, and then they made a determination not for him not to play because he had a groin issue or something. That's the more typical thing.
Right.
Like somebody shows up, puts a uniform on, etc.
And it's not like you need them. You get so many good players already. Yeah.
It's more that fans paid money to go to the game, and people are expecting to see LeBron. I think he was the highest vote getter or something, one of the highest, and so obviously the league wants him out there, just like they wanted Giannis there, even though Giannis didn't play either, right? He had an injury, but they ruled him out way earlier, and he was replaced. So, okay. Obviously, there was clearly a sense that he had a foot issue. He had a foot issue after the last Utah game.
Right.
He's been listed
Well, he's
on
had
the
it all
injury report.
season.
Yeah, it's something they manage. So who didn't want to pull the plug? Was it the Lakers? Was it the league? Was it LeBron? Did one person want to pull the plug and the other person say no? The other side say no. Nobody, and when we have situations like this, like somebody should raise their hand and just own it. Somebody should say it was us. We didn't want to do it. We didn't want him to play. Or LeBron say I didn't want to play. I should have called it. Or the league say whatever. Nobody's raising their hand.
Well,
which makes it more of a story.
Okay, but isn't it possible that LeBron thought in the back of his mind, I'll be fine by game time?
I don't think so.
You think it's more to it than that?
Well, I didn't see him acting like he didn't seem disappointed. He showed up in street clothes.
Right.
Like he could have just said that. Right? Like
Maybe.
If you're LeBron, why take all this bad press? Right? Why not just say that? I was trying to play. I was doing rehab. I was trying to, and then, it just didn't feel right today. Why not just say that?
Well, has anyone talked? Has he talked?
He talked right before the game, and he said, I'm not playing.
Right, but he didn't say any of
No.
that?
So, to me, if you're about to get hit with a bunch of PR, why not just say that?
Say that again, Greg?
Just telling you what the read was next.
Oh.
Yeah, which is what?
Sellers.
Okay. And then when we come back, did you watch the Saturday Night Live special?
I didn't, but
Greg,
I've
did
seen
you
enough
watch it?
clips.
Seen a lot, everything.
Okay, so have I, and I got a lot to say about it since I wasn't here on Monday. All right, let me tell you about Seller's Advantage. If you're thinking about selling your house, you've probably heard Seller's Advantage. Cappy and I talk about them on the radio all the time. Maybe you've seen them around town. You might be skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But it's the opposite of that. For over 20 years, they hold an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. You should do this anyway. If you have any big thing, you should always check with the Better Business Bureau, go online, check reviews. Seller's Advantage wants you to do that. They want you to investigate their company. And they know that you'll find that their customers are satisfied. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer, and that can match what you'd end up after paying for expensive repairs and agent commissions and all the other stuff. Plus, you don't have the hassle of listing your home. They take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your house, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Mason and Ireland, Momo in for Mace. Coming up next, we're going to talk about this SNL stuff, ESPN LA.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Like I said earlier in the week, hey, if you want to soar with the Eagles in the morning, you can't fly with the turkeys at night. You feel me?
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people? Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer
Yes,
that question.
you're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing.
All right.
I'm spending this holiday locked in.
Before we get into this SNL thing, we have a very cool announcement to make. Brian Cohen, drum roll, please.
Oh.
ESPN LA is now the #1 most followed sports radio station in the world.
Whoa.
In the world. So think of all the sports radio stations all across, the Fan in New York and the Sports Hub in Boston. And
I do radio shows in New Zealand. Are we beating them too?
We are beating them, yes.
So, Greg, what does this mean? Like, do we know roughly how many followers we have? We went over 1 million, late last year, right?
The last number that I was given was 1,048,713 followers, and we passed Britain's BBC 5 live
Take
sports.
that, BBC!
The BBC.
Take that,
we
Meghan
passed
Markle.
the
It's a tea
BBC.
party over here.
So thank you very much to all the listeners out there that are
We
always
took out
following.
the BBC?
We took out the BBC.
Dang.
We
They're
took
a
out
bunch
Australia.
Of people with bad teeth. Take
But they
that,
talk
BBC.
all about football over
So
there.
here's the top 5. Number 5 is the game in San Francisco.
Okay.
Then it's
I think that's
KNBR.
where Willard is, isn't it?
Is he, or is he at KNBR?
He's worked at both of them. I don't know.
Yeah,
which
I know.
one he's
I
at
hear
now.
him on.
They're number 4 and 5. So 5 is
Okay.
the game. Number 4 is KNBR. Number 3 is ABC Sport in Australia.
Yep.
Number 2, BBC 5 Live Sport in Britain. And then number 1,
Boom!
ESPN Los Angeles.
Now,
Boom!
by the way, we should make a huge deal out of this.
It's a huge deal.
We'll get our people on. If Morales was here, he would be all over
yeah.
this. He'd be wearing it on his forehead right now. So when Chris gets back, we'll really ramp it up. But in the meantime, thank you. And if you're not, Greg gets mad because I tell the same stories all the time. But I don't care about this one.
Not the same story.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Momo doing
I'm gonna say this.
Cut that.
As directly as I can. If you haven't downloaded the ESPN LA app, you're stupid.
Yes, you are.
It's free.
And it's so easy.
It's free. I was just in Idaho for the break. Listen to it all the time.
Yep.
Listen to you and Mace one day do the show. You can listen to us anywhere. And the best part is, Greg, correct me if I say this wrong, but don't we have over 500 games in 2025 that'll be played on the app?
Over 500 with all of our partners, including the ESPN Radio when we play, like college football or college basketball from ESPN Radio. It's over 500.
So I was at a party before I left for the break, and my buddy Jeff Cohn is married to Al Michaels' daughter, Jen.
Okay.
So I've known Jeff for a long time. Jeff and Jen. I've known them both for a long time. And Jeff is a huge Kings fan. Matter of fact, Al is a huge Kings fan. Al has
he's
season tickets, and Jeff has the tickets.
He's going to be a
with him.
coach in their charity game on Sunday.
Right. So I'm at this party like 2 weeks ago, and Jeff goes, "Hey man, I heard you guys got the Kings."
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, they're on our air now." He goes, "I can't find them. How do I do this?" And I showed him how to download the app at this party, and he's like, "How did I not know about this?"
Yeah.
And I said, "You're listening to the wrong station, man.
Yeah.
If you listen to us, you would know." Just trust me. Go on to wherever you go, App Store, wherever you get your apps. Type in ESPN Los Angeles. Download the app, and you'll have at your fingertips, again for free, every Laker game, every USC football and basketball game, every Kings hockey game. Greg, what am I leaving out? LAFC,
USC, men's and women's basketball.
Right.
I was listening to USC women
Angels.
on Sunday. They were great.
Yeah, and it's. Did I say it's free?
Yeah.
I mean, so just don't.
It's also one of those
Stop
good
what you're
apps
doing
where,
and download the ESPN
It's just
LA
super
app.
easy. You just open it up and it's like listen live or choose and you can go to all the different ESPN stations. It's like really good. It's like one button.
Right. Okay.
Just tonight, you can listen to the Lakers versus Charlotte tonight on the app, or you could listen to USC women's versus Michigan State. So you get both.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So download the app. We'll remind you later in case you didn't hear that. But
Hey, wait. Do you think Al Michaels listens to us?
I'm sure he does sometimes.
Yeah.
But probably not all the time. We'd probably get him to come on. He's
Really?
he's a super nice guy.
Because you have you have some commons with Al Michaels. Like you have some relationship. Like there's 3 degrees of Al Michaels there.
Well, he once. Do you know he was? I'll tell you a super cool thing that Al did. This came up at the party the other day. So, Al was hired to be the Lakers analyst when he was a young announcer coming out of Arizona State. Did you know this?
Analyst, not play-by-play.
Correct. To work with Chick.
Okay.
And Chick, as you know, didn't really want an analyst. He wanted. He finally, until he got Stu. He kind of, even with Riles, even with Pat Riley, a lot of guys. This played out in the HBO show.
Yeah.
Chick didn't want a whole lot of color. Chick wanted to be the show, and Chick's my broadcast idol and my mentor. So I love Chick to death, but he was hard on analysts, including Al, who he fired after 9 games.
He fired Al Michaels?
He did.
Oh, we got to get him to talk about this.
So, but here's why, and I think this is a blueprint for other announcers.
Yeah.
When Chick died, Al could not have been nicer about it. He was like, he was one of the greatest ever. Gave me my start. Have nothing but great things to say about him. Would do interviews on the radio. Would do interviews with reporters. Was so complimentary to Chick, who had really screwed him earlier in his career. But Al knew that L.A. loves Chick. That Chick is a hero to a lot of people, including me, and he didn't want to, for lack of a better term, crap on him. And so I've always admired that about Al, that he could have really, gone the other way on that, and he didn't. And he's been complimentary his whole career. And he's in his 80s. My buddy Jared, who you know, who runs sports at Amazon, hired him to do Thursday Night Football and loves him.
Yeah.
Says it's one of the smartest decisions he ever made.
Well, I also appreciate that Al wants to keep working and he wants to do it at a high level. Like he could have just hung it up a long time ago. He could have just been golfing or whatever.
And I would rather watch a game. And Greg gets Greg gets bummed out because he says he's lost some zip on his fastball. But, Greg, I still would rather hear his voice than a voice I don't know. So if it's my choice to hear Al Michaels or some young guy who I don't know, give me Al.
Sure. I mean, Al, he's still a legend, so you want to listen to him. There's just times when in big moments he's very soft. And if he could go back to that, that'd be amazing.
I don't think he's ever been hyped up. He's never been like that guy.
Oh, Michael's here. All right,
Ah.
so Michael's here. It's Michael's game today. He always does great games.
I love Michael's games.
And I would imagine, so Ramona, for the All-Star break, I was in Park City. I stayed in Utah.
You're doing it right.
3 days,
Doing
Winter
it right.
Wonderland. Then I went after that to Idaho and
Did you fly or
played
drive?
in the snow, flew everywhere. I'm going to guess, I haven't asked him,
Yeah.
but I'm going to guess that Michael did not get off his couch.
Yes.
From the time we arrived home last Thursday. Michael, what have you been doing since the All-Star break?
I did go to the store to get supplies, like they do in Bonanza. I hitched up the wagon and took the horse and went
supplies did you get?
Yeah.
Some grain, some flour to make bread, and to get some fixins, as they say in the Beverly Hillbillies. But that's about it. I just left the house to go to the store, and that was it. Why would you leave?
Did you get to see Roman? Was he in town?
Yeah, he came over a couple of days, and I watched him. We went to the park and stuff. But why would you leave Ireland? We travel for a living, but yet when you get time off, you travel.
I know. That was
crazy.
Probably more than I wanted to.
And then you went to a place that was 2 degrees. Did you see any black people up there?
Only one. Believe it or not.
Not someone who was working. I'm talking about somebody who's on vacation.
No, it was somebody on vacation, but I only saw one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
There's always one.
In Park City.
Because Ireland said to the group text us, "Hey, Michael, come on up and join." I say, "Show me a picture of one brother up there, and I'll join you."
Oh my
God!
Yeah, I
you
sent
don't
him
go
a
where the
picture
cold weather
of
is.
me and Lisa standing in the snow in Park City.
Now, if you were in the islands, I might have joined you, but not someplace cold.
We'll spin the wheel of questions. I promise we'll get to the SNL stuff first. Let me tell you about your Southern California Toyota dealers. Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? Toyota Care is a no-cost maintenance plan that covers all normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Do you know how great it is when you take your car in to get serviced, and then when you go back to pick it up, you owe them nothing, zero. That's what Toyota Care does for 2 years. Toyota Care will keep your Toyota running like, well, a Toyota. You can explore their full lineup of vehicles. Find the best local offers today at Toyota.com. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit your Southern California Toyota dealers or Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Wheel of questions next. Michael's here. Pepe's coming in. Lakers Hornets tonight. Michael owes me $1 because he swore to me that the players would never agree to cut into their All-Star break. Tonight, one game, the Lakers and the Hornets. That's it.
No. We would be back here for practice anyway.
We know,
right? That's not cutting in.
No, we wouldn't. We were flying to Portland tomorrow.
Right,
originally.
but they had to be back today for practice.
No, they would have practiced tomorrow morning. And
they
then
practiced yesterday.
No, we don't. No, Michael, we would go to Portland. They would practice in the morning. Wait, today's Wednesday. Right, so they would have practiced in the morning
today,
and flown to Portland.
And flown today, yes.
Right, so they had to come in and practice on Monday. Now.
No, they would have practiced today, Ireland.
No, but they practiced on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they had a game today.
Right.
They cut into their All-Star break.
They cut into the All-Star break. Give me my $1. ESPN LA.
The city of champions just got even brighter.
From Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Luka's rocking the purple and gold, teaming up with LeBron, the king himself.
Here comes LeBron back the other way. LeBron down the middle. Another three. Good again.
And don't forget about Austin Reeves, ready to shine.
Stolen by Austin Reeves. Reeves to the rim. Slam dunk for a new career high.
Catch all the action, all the passion, all the drama, all the big shots.
Doncic dribbling one-on-one against Walker Kessler. Three-pointer over Kessler. It's good. Luka's first three is a Laker, and the place goes nuts.
Follow the Lake Show all season long as they look to make history. Luka, LeBron, and the Lake Show live here.
But how dangerous can this team be?
Very dangerous.
On 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normanlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normanlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Okay, Pepe Montilla is walking in, so we'll get Pepe's answer to this question as well. It's Michael, Pepe, Momo's here, Greg's here, Brian's here. We've had this question before, and Michael insists that he's right. But the question is, what would hurt more? Getting a ton of feathers dropped on your head or a ton of hammers?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, they weigh exactly the same.
No, they don't.
2,000 pounds.
Right.
That's a ton.
2,000 pounds. Michael has never understood this.
But the steel's heavier.
Well, here's the thing. So,
It's
Greg,
not
what would
heavier.
hurt more?
It's denser.
It should be the same.
I agree with you. I think it's
2,000
the same.
pounds is
Brian?
2,000 pounds.
I think the hammers will hurt more.
Why?
Because of the material. Like, the feathers are soft. It's the same weight, but the material.
Pepe, 2,000 pounds of feathers or 2,000 pounds of hammers, what would hurt more?
Well,
to me, it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay,
If they
you
hit
agree
at
with me.
the same time,
no, they're not.
It's the same.
Michael?
You die no matter what.
Michael, what is
No.
your answer?
Still,
I don't
the
think you
steel
die.
or the hammers will it's definitely heavier because it's denser.
Now, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Ramona, during the break...
Well, first of all, give me some credit because I said the hammers would hurt more because they're denser.
So she looked it up on ChatGPT. Read what it says.
Okay, a ton of feathers and a ton of hammers both weigh the same, 2,000 pounds. But the way the weight is distributed makes a huge difference. If a ton of feathers were dropped on your head, they would likely be spread out, creating air resistance and cushioning the impact. You'd still be buried under a massive pile, but the force would be spread out, making it far less dangerous. A ton of hammers, on the other hand, would be far more concentrated, with each hammer acting as a hard, solid projectile. The impact would be devastating, likely causing severe injury or death. So a ton of hammers would definitely hurt more.
Michael, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it turns out you may have been right.
I told you, Pepe.
Look, if you
That
put
was
in
not
the,
definitive. May have been. There's three qualifiers.
No matter what, you're going to be dead.
No,
Right.
not really. Not,
Yeah.
No, what,
you have a
Pepe,
chance.
the feathers wouldn't just, like, fall around you?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, they're going to put them together. I mean, they're not going to throw
Yeah,
them.
no, it's too much
No,
air
so
between them.
let's say you had them all in a...
Big bag.
Yeah, in
You
a
could
big
probably
bag, and
crawl
they emptied
yourself
the
out.
bag on our head.
Not emptying the bag.
No, throw everything.
Put them together.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Yeah,
keep them
but if you
together.
make them real compact and they drop
Okay,
in
I'm
like
asking,
a metric ton.
Would you die if the ton of feathers fell on you?
Okay, what's it say?
It depends on how the ton of feathers falls on you. If
you
they are
go.
dropped all at once
Well, that
from a
was
height,
Pepe's point.
they could smother you or trap you underneath, making it difficult to breathe and potentially causing suffocation. However, because feathers have a lot of air resistance, they wouldn't fall as a single solid mass
you
like
go.
hammers would.
Pepe.
Instead, they would likely disperse as they fell, reducing the direct impact. If you were buried under a ton of feathers. The sheer weight could make it hard to move or escape. And if you couldn't breathe, it could be fatal. But compared to a ton of hammers, your chances of survival would be much higher.
I took physics in school, Pepe. You didn't.
Yes, Michael. Whatever you say.
Hold on,
I didn't even know you went to school.
Well, when I did.
Hey, Minnesota beat UCLA last night.
That's right.
At
Watch
Pauley.
Let's not talk about that. Was pathetic.
I'm doing
pathetic.
this for you. I'm doing this for you. You got an almost you were right from John. That was close enough.
It's close.
But this is your moment for Pepe Mantilla to say you were right, Michael.
He won't admit it. Say it. Come on.
I'm not going to say
Release
that
it.
you're right.
Release it, baby. Let it out.
No.
You know you want to say it.
No. The only time that I said that you're right is when you made the comment about the All-Star game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
You've had it. You're like Michael. You've had it with the All-Star game.
Please.
You know, I was watching the All-Star game, and then I decided to go outside and see my neighbor paint the fence.
Yeah, Ramona, why don't you fix the All-Star game?
So, but how?
Me
have
and
ideas.
Ireland have to fix, but Adam
What's your
Silver.
idea?
It's so
U.S.
simple.
versus the world.
How hard do these idiots play?
Michael and I should be in charge of All-Star Weekend, basically.
How hard do these idiots play for the $500,000 Emirates Cup? You see how hard they play for the $500,000? Find a sponsor, $1 million each, winner take all.
$12 million all
team.
in a pot.
The problem is it just looks bad. It's optics.
No.
Does it look bad for $500,000?
No, Ramona. $500,000 to the charity of their choice. $500,000 they keep.
Yeah.
And the losers, more importantly, under our plan, losers get nothing. So it's a wasted weekend.
That's right. And pay $1 million to Ja, Anthony Edwards, and Zion Williams to challenge Mac McClung. Why not? They got shoe sponsors.
Did you see Giannis came out and Ja came out and said, I'm thinking about doing it.
And then Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon said, I'll think about it.
So maybe they're going to come back and save it. But I don't understand how
it's embarrassing.
The NBA has gotten to this point. The All-Star game used to be
fault.
great.
It's not the NBA, it's the players.
Right, which is why I love Draymond. I know most people don't. But I think Draymond is an underrated player. He's going to be a great broadcaster. I know he gets too many technical fouls, and he shouldn't have punched Jordan Poole and all that stuff. But Draymond criticizing the All-Star game is kind of talking out of both sides of his mouth because Draymond is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. The players, Michael, to your point, let it get to this.
Yep.
They stopped caring and playing defense. Draymond was part of the problem. He's a great defender. Why did he stop playing defense in the All-Star game?
Well, he hasn't been an All-Star very often.
Right.
I think he was an All-Star in L.A.
No, three times.
And you know what?
But you're right, John.
The only guy that was trying was Wembayama.
Yeah, which is
that
good because he's going to be the
future.
biggest star at the game moving
He
forward.
When he blocked that guy, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he wanted to win. You know?
Yeah.
But Jokic was like, oh man, come on.
And you
let's
can't
go
have
home.
an All-Star game with the concerts breaking out in the middle of it.
No,
what
that
the
was
heck is
stupid.
this crap?
Yeah,
you know, jeez.
Also, think about the guys on the young team who they played one game to 40, but how long was that game? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Like they didn't even really get to keep playing. They should have to me, I think this is pretty easy. You have 3 teams, okay? It's 1 versus 2. You seed them. The OGs always get the number 1 seed, right? Then 2 and 3 play each other. The loser of that game plays number 1, and the winner goes on and has the championship.
Ramona, no.
So then you have a real game. It's U.S. World,
you've
and
already
young guys.
you've already lost me.
No, Ramona. No. East versus West, 1 million each, winner take all.
Either East versus West or World against the U.S.
Yeah.
Either one is fine.
I like the World against the U.S.
One game, regular game, All-Star game, where the 24 people who are in the game were picked because they're all-stars. You know, Draymond did have one good point. He said, why are these young guys even being allowed to play on Sunday?
The Rising Stars
They're not all-stars.
That was not right.
You know, I love Dalton Connect, but he shouldn't be in the All-Star game, and he was.
They got as much All-Star time as the actual young guy All-Stars.
Right.
But
Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, those guys, they barely got to play.
But Ramona, those games, the early games were more interesting than the final.
But they got all this crazy stuff they're trying. It's not working. And for the dunk contest, I've said for years,
it's terrible.
Just have a dunk contest at halftime in every Major League city, NBA city. 30 teams have a local dunk contest.
The YouTube dunkers.
Then you get
those guys
you get the winners.
Yeah.
You get those 30 winners. You put 2 wild cards in, and you whittle them down the week before the All-Star game. And the guy who wins that tournament goes up against Mac McClung and Ja Morant and everybody else.
That'd be fun.
And that's how you could save it.
Yeah.
But nobody listened to that.
No, and then the other thing that you sent us early, that is interesting. If they
I sent Pepe a text today with a game of horse that happened in the 70s between George Gervin and Pete Maravich.
Ooh, I love that.
That was televised on CBS, and it's
That's
great.
fun.
Like, play horse. Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be like? Could you see a game of horse between Kyrie Irving and Wemby?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Horse or one-on-one?
Either one.
Well, horse
Yeah.
is easier because no
The
one's gonna
girls
get
did
hurt.
one-on-one. WNBA did one-on-one, and it was good. They liked it.
But the horse is okay because...
Would you call it the whore?
The horse.
El caballo.
Caballo.
Okay, because the horse, nobody's going to be hurt, okay?
Well, yeah, but I know you're right. Just get East versus West.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What do you say?
You're right, Pepe. I always say you're right.
He can admit it, Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe, but you're just stubborn. You're like a stubborn horse.
No.
That would be a mule.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
All right. So, am I the only one who watched the Saturday Night Live special?
So far, I've got it taped. I'll watch it.
I just saw the clips.
You watched it? What'd you think of it?
I was expecting more.
Oh, really? I really liked it. I thought it was great. It was weird that there were a few people that didn't show up. Like, no Bill Hader, no Dan Aykroyd, no Dana Carvey. They all had previous commitments, but you would think for something that big, they would have moved it around.
But like I said, I was expecting more because, I mean, the red carpet part was really interesting.
Right, where all those people coming through. Yeah, I'm a big...
No Chevy Chase?
Yeah,
he was there.
Chevy Chase was there.
Yeah, almost everybody was there except for Aykroyd, Hader, and Dana Carvey. There were a couple other people, but not. Those are the three biggest names who weren't there.
And John, at the end, do you think that was on purpose that Shore didn't mention Paul McCartney? At the end, when Paul McCartney said, "What about me?"
Oh, and then he turned around and said, "Oh, Sir Paul, Paul McCartney." Yeah. No, Paul McCartney is very good friends with Lorne Michaels, which is why. So is Steve Martin. So that's why you had Martin open it and McCartney close it.
Did they do a tribute for the ones who have passed away?
Yeah,
they did.
And they also did a tribute for all the sketches that you couldn't do today because they wouldn't fly in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
That was really funny. Tom Hanks comes out and goes, "We can't run any of these today, but you laughed at all of them. Take a look." And they put all these like ridiculously inappropriate sketches that were really funny. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I like it, but I was expecting more.
All right, coming up next is Sports Graffiti. Your chance to sound off about anything. 877-710-ESPN. That works out to 877-710-3776. Greg's going to open the phones. He'll just get your name, and you can talk about anything you want. Sports Graffiti coming up next. Lakers, Hornets, tonight at Crypto. Momo Informace. Michael's here. Pepe's here. ESPN LA.
Hey, what's on top today on 710 ESPN? Thanks to Michelob Ultra, the Lakers are back on the court tonight at home versus the Hornets. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m., tip-off at 7. Hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I don't think I ever heard my mom or dad use a profanity until I was maybe in high school.
Yeah.
And you rarely heard adults use profanities in mixed company. Almost never. Walk through the grocery store.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you're going to hear it in the grocery store.
Really?
Like if you really listen, yeah, it's crazy. It's ubiquitous.
Okay.
It's not even almost.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Right now, get our value bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
March 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Oh, National Margarita Day. Because tequila, lime, and salt solve problems my therapist can't. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Celebrate National Margarita Day. And then, book your stay for the same night. Get a room for as low as $109.
Number 2.
Get a supersonic portable radio when you earn 500 points on your rewards card to 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th.
Morongo. Good times.
If you've been thinking about selling your home and you've heard about Seller's Advantage on the radio or seen them around town, you might be skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes from sellers in Southern California for over 20 years. They hold an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer that can match what you'd end up with paying for after expensive repairs and agent commissions without the hassle of listing your home. Plus, they take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, time for Sports Graffiti. You guys can call in and say anything you want, and we lead it off today with Don. Don, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys. Just wanted to say two things real quick. The first is, Mason, you're brilliant for using your sick days. I left a job, and I had 30 days in the bank, and they paid me nothing for it. So use them up.
He's smarter than all of us.
Oh, absolutely. The other thing is Chris Morales. You know, I really don't like your style, but you're still a brother, and I hope you get better soon because I want to go back to hating your ass. But get well.
Chris, thank you, Don. Chris is getting better, by the way. We got a really good update that Greg sent out the other day. He's getting better. James, you're on Sports Graffiti. James, go.
Hey, love the show. Got a couple of points, or more than a couple, so I'll try to go quickly.
All right, man.
Matt McClung is saving the dunk contest because it's been bad. He's single-handedly saving it. The All-Star weekend, except for the three-point and skills competition, is bad. They need to get rid of it and move the Emirates Cup to that point, which they'll never do. Michael Thompson, I love your 10 ideas to make basketball better. I wish the NBA would go with that. And my last one. Why is it that I know the NBA players are hardwired? Why do they want to review a call in the first quarter when they're only down by 2? Thank you very much.
It's a great question, James. And Michael and I are on the record. We love the NBA. And by the way, these people saying that the NBA is broken or that the NBA is boring, it's not. Neither one of those things are true. The NBA is still the most fun. Wait till you see the smiles on the people's faces that are going to this game tonight. I mean, it's one of the great sporting experiences you can have. Michael, you've built your whole life around it. It's not broken and it's not boring, but it could be tweaked.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And one of the things that we want to tweak, Michael and I, is just get rid of replay until there's 2 minutes to go in the game. Yeah. And you know why? It kills the vibe. Yep. It kills the flow.
Sure does.
And it's to James's point, it's not important to review a call in the first quarter.
I know.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
They should do it like you said. And I laugh when they first play of the game and they want to
right.
review.
Yeah, we had a game this year where that happened. Like 15 seconds in, somebody is doing a review, and I'm like, "You're killing me. What is wrong with you?"
Mason said it the right way last week. He said that their NBA is at the same spot that baseball was in when they had to make all those changes to bring
and
it all down.
And all those changes made the game better.
Made it better. That's where the NBA is right now.
Job, you're on Sports Graffiti. Job, go.
It makes me sick to my stomach, and it makes me want to throw up in my mouth every time I hear Michael or any of these people bring up that we should pay these spoiled, overpaid players more money to play hard in the All-Star game.
You're right.
How about if you're voted into the All-Star game and you're going to play in it, you have to give money to charity if you lose. We don't give more money to these overpaid, spoiled players.
I agree with you.
Except Joe.
How do you like that one?
I agree with you, Joe.
The problem with that is we're trying to fix the game. and what you just did doesn't fix the game. Oh, yeah, you want them to lose money to play in the game? Why wouldn't they all just go to Hawaii? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Here's Alex. Hey, Alex, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, John, I'm going to your neck of the woods for dinner tonight. We're going to Nick's, and then we're going to Hennessy's for drinks afterwards.
Beautiful.
That out real quick.
Get what? By the way, before you leave Nick's, Alex, get the butter cake there. It's insane.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sinful.
Okay, got you. And then obviously Hennessy for drinks, and then a flag football draft going on that night.
Nice.
My point though is the Thursday night hockey game. Is this the biggest hockey game in a long time for the USA and just for nationally televised?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Michael and I have a game in Pepe too in Portland, so we won't be able to watch it live. We'll
I watch it. I don't watch hockey.
Right. I love the fact that there were 3 fights 1 minute into a game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the NBA not trying. These guys, these hockey players care almost too much.
And to rub it into Canada even more, Trump needs to show up to the game.
Well, I heard he might.
He better.
I heard he might.
That's right. He definitely should be there.
But
and then Trudeau should be on the other side.
Oh, that would be good.
How about if we win? If the U.S. wins, Canada becomes a 51st state.
Oh.
If Canada wins, we don't hit them with tariffs.
Right, there you
They'll
go.
play hard for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Joe.
They're going to play hard anyway. These hockey guys play hard.
Yeah, here's Joe. Hey, Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yeah, 2 things. First of all, Michael, what weighs more? A ton of feathers or a ton of metal? It's the exact same thing. It weighs the same amount. If you put it on a scale, it weighs the same thing.
Yeah, we've established that.
No, but Michael's never admitted
that. No, we
that.
didn't.
The steel's heavier because it's denser.
That was the
You're
original
100% right,
talking
Joe.
about whether you get hit
Joe,
with it.
you're 100% right.
And then also, these guys really don't need more money. $1 million, $500,000 in the Emirates Cup meant something to Max Christie. It meant something to the players that don't make a lot of money.
Yes, it
but
does.
Doesn't mean much to LeBron James. LeBron
yes, it
himself
does.
said he was doing it for Max Christie. He wasn't doing it for himself. The extra $1 million when you're getting paid $50 is really not.
Well, you don't know
doesn't
these
mean
NBA
much
players.
to them as a player.
Yeah, well, I think the reason it would work, Joe, is that not that the winners get $1 million, but that the losers get 0.
Yeah.
I think that would bring out the competitiveness. That if you go that weekend and you lose, the other guy gets $1 million. If I was playing golf against Michael for $1 million if I win and 0 if I lose, man, I'd practice every day for a month.
If you were worth $400 million, you would care?
Yeah, I would.
I think so. I
would. I actually would. Here's Gino. Hey, Gino, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys. So I have a crazy idea for an all-star idea. So just go back to East-West, but they'll give out 2 awards at the end of the game, an MVP and a defensive player of the game. And the winner of those 2 awards will win their team 2 extra wins in the win column during the regular season.
Well, that wouldn't work, but I do like the Defensive Player Award.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's an interesting idea. Like, put a team incentive on winning the game. Maybe, or Michael, if you say anybody who gets 10 blocks gets $10 million.
Something like that.
Like,
yeah.
you know, I mean,
Some
and by the
bonus,
way,
yeah.
going back to the earlier caller, I know it's ridiculous that we have to incentivize these guys with money, but
he's right.
We're at that point. We have to.
Here's what I think they need to do is move the game away from the first weekend after the Super Bowl. This is prime real estate to showcase the best part of your league, and the NBA is just setting itself up for a week of bad press.
They should do it the week before the Super Bowl.
Yes.
When
In that off week?
Yeah, that off week. You're right. That's a good idea.
That's when the Pro Bowl is. Do people still
Nobody
care
cares
about the
about
Pro
no,
Bowl?
they play
It's like a
flag
flag football now.
I mean, and you just want people like the games that people should be watching last Saturday was like are the games that are on this Saturday. This is when you should put your best foot forward. The NBA is just setting itself up for a bad week.
Nobody's ever come up with that. Do it the week of the dead week when there's no Super Bowl.
Yeah. But the NFL Pro Bowl still gets ratings.
No.
It still gets ratings.
Flag football?
It does, believe it or not.
Yeah.
That's why they keep doing it, because it
That
keeps
is a
getting
very
ratings.
good idea, but I have a question for you guys. Don't the players get extra money if they make the All-Star game?
Yes. Some of them.
About 50 grand.
Bonuses.
Yeah, but I mean, they still get money and they don't play.
It's tip money.
So, here's TJ. Hey, TJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, what's going on, man? 2 things. One, I want to say, considering the fact that Lakers, we usually retire Legends jerseys or Hall of Famer jerseys. Does Anthony Davis fall in that category?
100%.
Yeah. He won a championship. He'll be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he'll get there.
I've been hearing a conversation of who's the face of the league, The problem with the face of the league is we have no more grit in the league. Most of these kids are spoiled kids who probably never have to take the city bus. You look at Anthony Edwards, you see he got a rags to riches story. LeBron had a rags to riches story. So did D. Rose. Most of these kids are spoiled. So, yeah, they have no personality because they never lived real life. Their whole life was just basketball. That's it.
Right, I actually don't buy that. I think Wemby is going to be the new face of the league, and his head's screwed on straight, Michael. He says all the right things. He competes hard all the time.
Love that guy.
He is, and by the way, it's his league for the next 15 years.
For sure.
He's only 21 years old.
He's so good.
Yeah, and now that they got De'Aaron Fox to go play with him, that team might be good now. Here's Josh. Hey, Josh, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, I got two things. So you got one game tonight. You got a premier franchise. You got two superstars. You got compelling storylines, and it's not nationally televised. And then the other thing is I will take Max McClung versus Bronny, put them one-on-one in a pay-per-view match. Winner gets the final roster spot in the NBA or the
league.
Yeah, people underestimate. Mac McClung can play.
Yeah.
He's not just a dunker.
Yeah.
And by the way, he is the best dunker in the history of the dunk contest. Yeah. To see a guy 6'1", almost hit his head on the rim and then hang in the air and do those acrobatic things.
Jumping over cars.
That was amazing.
He's better than
You know what's amazing about him, too? He makes the first dunk every time.
Every time, right?
He doesn't, like those other guys, they get out there and they get nervous and they miss 3 times, and it's like uncomfortable.
The degree of difficulty to be doing that at 6'1" is amazing.
Yeah, good for him. Jesse, you're on Sports Graffiti. Jesse, go.
Good afternoon. My good thoughts out to Morales. Get better, buddy. Get better soon, buddy. I sent you and Bergman a tweet about this new thing called foot golf, soccer golf. I was wondering if you think this is going to be a new thing like pickleball, or if it's just a new fad.
Foot golf?
Foot golf.
So it's a combination between soccer and golf.
Where do you play it?
They have it at the Chevy Chase golf course in Glendale right now.
I'll look into it, Jesse. I'm not sure.
So
hey, by the way,
kick the ball.
Jesse used to send us all these crazy trades, and we used to make fun of him for it. Jesse, if you would have sent me the Luka trade before it happened, I would have made fun of you. And now you get the last laugh because that's a trade nobody saw coming. Nobody.
I tell you one thing.
And then that, if I can, what do you guys think about SGA canceling his agent? Would he have any interest in coming to play with Luka and LeBron next season?
I don't think SGA is going to be available, but Michael, I applaud him for dropping his agent because think about it. He's a max guy for the rest of his career.
Yeah. He
doesn't need one.
Not for his NBA contract, but he needs an agent for his endorsement.
Well, he could have a business manager.
Somebody do that.
Right. But in terms of like, I've done contracts with agents. I've done contracts without agents. You've got to give the agent, depending on what your arrangement is, sometimes as much as 10%.
No. Not in the NBA. It's 4% is the most you can give them, and you don't even have to give them that much. You can say, represent me, I'll give you $100,000, $200,000.
So did you have an agent your entire career?
Yeah.
And when you look back on it, do you wish you would have not had one?
I needed one back then because I wasn't SGA. I wasn't LeBron. So I needed somebody to advocate for me, to try to get as much money. But right now, the salaries are set in stone. I think he can sign a 5-year extension for like $345. I could do that for him, but he can do it himself.
Right. Ramona, you're shaking your head. You didn't like it?
I know his agent, and I think he's a really good agent. I also think agents do a lot of things behind the scenes. So like, there's always room to negotiate. I would rather than just drop your agent. I think you need someone to handle your business.
Not with the Thunder though. They're going to give him an automatic.
The Thunder are really good right now. They're at the beginning of their upswing. But like, let's say in 6 years, 7 years, like they didn't win. It's not working out. What if he wants to be traded? What if he wants to advocate for who he wants them to trade for,
right.
or things like LeBron has always had an agent, and so the agents are the people you pay to like handle the things that are uncomfortable for you.
Right.
So there's other things besides doing if your agent is only doing your contract, they're not that good of an agent.
Right.
They got to be doing all these other
things.
things.
Well, he'll hire somebody to do all the off the court stuff.
But I think they do
not just
need
endorsements, like your business behind the scenes.
Right.
All
right. Coming up next, that's it for Sports Graffiti. Coming up next, Dorian Finney-Smith said something yesterday at practice that I don't think most Laker fans have realized yet, but it's good news, really good news, and we'll get into it next. First, I think most of you know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. So if you're hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. Or, as Ian Siegel, the inventor of ZipRecruiter, says, We don't leave anything to chance. How Quick can help you find candidates? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Mason.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. And let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka. I do a daily talk radio show here on ESPN LA 710.
Yeah.
And you said, the fans are, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, but
over the moon or something like that.
It was a
overjoyed,
whatever it was. And I texted him good report.
Yeah,
you're inches.
I almost said it.
Inches.
Almost said Sedano and Cap.
My show every day on ESPN LA, Sedano and Cap. You chose.
I should have just kept going.
You chose not to mention the name of the show.
I should have just kept going.
I mean, it was gratuitous enough to mention the radio station, which I love.
At that point, right?
Let it go, bro. Yeah. Let it go.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours, which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic award shows. Guests will also explore the venue's VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. For more info, visit cryptoarena.com/tours.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone. Up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
That's the problem in the world is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland. Pepe's here. Michael's here. And Momo is filling in for Mace. Okay, so there was so much excitement around the Luka Doncic trade that I think a lot of people are still trying to... Whoa.
Yo.
Where that came from. I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out how all this is going to work, how the Lakers going to play without a big man, how are Luka and LeBron...
Got 3 big men.
Who?
Hayes, Koloko, and Jamison. What is wrong with you?
Nothing. Do you think that those 3 players can take us to the finals?
Well, when the Warriors won, who was their center?
You always come out with that.
Draymond.
No, their death lineup had Iguodala and Draymond.
Draymond's 6'4". Who's he going to stop?
But he's a good defensive player.
Yeah.
Who's our Draymond?
Well, nobody's going to stop Jokic anyway, right? He's going to get his points, and you got to worry. Do you have to worry about Hartenstein? More Frankenstein. That's what I'm worried about, not Hartenstein. Let's see who else. No, think about the other top big men they got to face.
Well, so we're going to get a preview of it Saturday.
Yeah,
when we're in Denver.
No, besides him,
that's a good point.
Yeah. You got Hartenstein. You got in Minnesota. Let's see, in Minnesota you got Gobert. Ooh, let's see who else. Who else is in the top? Oh, Memphis. You got who's starting
Zach Edey.
Well, Zach Edey. Ooh, that's
well,
scary.
Triple J is good. Who are we
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Who are we going to have guard Triple J?
Rui can handle him.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope you're right.
There's no dominant centers you're going to worry about except that one guy in Denver.
Okay, but Dorian Finney-Smith was asked yesterday at practice about the impact of Luka. Of course, he played with Luka in Dallas. And he said something that I think a lot of media people have figured this out, but I don't think a lot of fans have. Listen to what Dorian Finney-Smith says about Luka and what it means for LeBron and Austin Reeves.
Man, he gonna open up so many opportunities for everybody. Especially LeBron and AR, because they gonna get. They usually been getting team's best defender. Now the best defender probably gonna be guarding Luka, so they gonna be able to make plays off the second and third best defenders on the court. So it should help everybody.
So, what he's saying is, for his entire career, Pepe, LeBron James has had to go up against the other team's best defender. Not anymore. Now that guy is going to guard. Now Lou Dort is going to guard Luka.
But that puts Jalen Williams on LeBron,
which is fine.
Williams is good though.
Right, but then who guards Austin?
The other guard, Shea. Shea's good.
So, but here's my point: the Laker championship teams in 08, 9, and 10. Well, in 08, they lost in the finals to the Celtics. Then they won it in 9 in Orlando. Then they beat the Celtics in 10. And, Ramona, the story with that team was, I'll use Lamar Odom as an example. Yep. When Lamar Odom played for the Clippers and he was their best player, that team didn't go anywhere. But when he came to the Lakers, the other team's best defender guarded Kobe. The second best defender guarded Powell. So Lamar got the third best defender, and he won Sixth Man of the Year. He made a huge difference. Powell was so much better. Powell had gone up against the other team's number one defender for his whole career. He gets to the Lakers, and now that guy's guarding Kobe, and Powell goes nuts and goes into the Hall of Fame.
Well, the guy who's guarding Kobe won't guard Powell. Powell's 7'1".
Right.
He's not going to have a guard Powell.
But wait a minute. Michael, you're the one that says the league's positionless.
Not 15 years ago.
Well, and everybody switches.
Right. With everybody, my point is this. LeBron and Austin are going to have more opportunities now because the defense has to key on Luka, don't they?
Well, that is the point, and you don't allow him to say what he's trying to say.
What are you talking about?
Because every time you say something that doesn't make any sense.
No, but Michael, you're not buying that?
No, not really, because LeBron's going to have the second best defender on him.
Right.
He's not going to be a slouch.
Some teams don't have really good defenders.
All the top teams do. They have somebody who can play D.
Well,
what do you think of the top teams in the West?
I think it's more that Luka and LeBron both need the ball. So one of them is not going to have it. This year I thought was interesting because Austin has the ball a lot. Austin brings the ball up.
I think Austin's numbers are all going to go up.
Yeah.
Everybody else thinks they're going to go down. I think they're going to go up.
Yeah, he'll be open. And he might bring the ball up and have LeBron and Luka playing off the ball, which is it's going to be a very interesting I think LeBron and Luka probably stagger their minutes for a while. That makes the most sense.
In the two games that we saw so far, they take Luka and LeBron out at the same time. I would do what you're suggesting, right? I would have either LeBron or Luka on the court at all times,
and that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That is gonna happen.
I think it's because they gotta figure out how to play together. They're gonna
tonight. No, because LeBron is not gonna play.
Well, we don't know that.
You don't know.
Don't
that,
report
Pepe.
that. We don't know.
No,
that.
I mean,
did he text you and tell you that?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Dynamite drop-in money.
I think there's a possibility that both LeBron and Luka sit out one of the games of the back-to-back.
I think Luka's going to be on a minutes restriction. JJ said that yesterday at practice.
So maybe Luka plays tonight, LeBron plays tomorrow. But we don't know. I mean, maybe the reason he sat out the All-Star game is so he could play in this back-to-back. We'll find out tonight. But as of right now, no restrictions on Luka other than the minutes. And JJ says he thinks that's going to end after tonight. And LeBron is questionable. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But the pecking order in the NBA is important. Like, Michael, you always say that when you guys played the Celtics in the 87 finals, that at one point, I think you and I figured out there were 9 Hall of Famers on the court at one time. So, you look at, you were a good example of this. You came in from San Antonio as a role player. The other team's best big man was always guarding Kareem.
Yep.
And so you were able to put up some pretty good numbers because you got the second guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I think that's now going to happen with LeBron and Luka. Because in the NBA today, you have to double team the elite players or they're just going to go nuts. Luka has a 70-point game. LeBron has had a 60-point game. I mean, these guys can score at will if you don't send help. So the second you send help, that means Austin Reeves is going to be open, Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be open, or
Connect.
Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, all these dudes are going to have wide open looks, and hopefully
they better be ready.
Yeah, hopefully they can make those shots. And Michael, what I said to a lot of people over the break was, I think we're going to score 130 points a game. I just don't know if we're going to give up 135.
Well, they won't if they play against the way they played against Utah before the break. But before that, they were playing great defense.
Yeah, they were playing
but
great
that was
defense.
with AD and
because
Gay,
they were playing.
No, AD was out for a little while.
Well, and Max was our best on-ball defender. Now
Max
he's not there.
And they were playing team defense.
Yeah.
And then you're right. They had 9 Hall of Famers and Michael.
Hey, he's in the Bahamian Hall of
I'm
Fame.
in the Bahamian Hall of Fame.
Okay.
The BHOF.
That's right, exactly.
Okay, Joe, we always talk about rule changes. We talked about him a little earlier. Joe Mazzulla, the coach of the Celtics, has a crazy one I've never heard anyone suggest, and we'll give it to you next.
Better than our ideas?
I don't know how this would work, but he believes it, and I'm gonna let him explain it to you when we come back. Momo in for Mace, Michael's here, Pepe's here, Greg's here, Brian's here, Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA.
Hey, what's on top today at ESPN 710? Thanks to Michelob Ultra, the Lakers are back on the court tonight at home versus the Hornets. Coverage begins at 5:30. Tip off at 7. Hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
What's up, kiddos? It's Clinton Yates, the Big CY. You've seen me on your television. You've read what I write because I am first and foremost a journalist. And that's why I'm on live 5 days a week from 7 to 9 a.m. on Clinton and Friends. On my new show, we're going to talk about what I find interesting in the sports world, from college coaches that think they're bigger than the sport to who I will pay to go see live. So pop that radio on early before Travis and DeMarco and make Clinton and Friends part of your daily routine from 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN 710, kiddos.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey, John Ireland here. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no hassle. Just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or visit CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com.
$39.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit on approved HMF credit expires March 3rd, 2025.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Ramona, we were just talking during the break. Ramona says best job is ambassador. Michael, I think Trump should make you ambassador to the Bahamas.
How is that not already done?
Does that position exist?
Yeah, he gave it to Herschel Walker, remember?
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, Herschel Walker got
He's not from the Bahamas like you.
No, you got to be an American, but I am an American citizen, so you're right. I qualified to be an ambassador. Would I quit my Laker job to be ambassador to the Bahamas?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
What if the money was exactly the same?
Oh.
You know, it is
tempting. You love your job.
It is an easy job. You just go to cocktail parties, hang out on yachts, and talk to the president every
Michael,
now and
you
then.
wouldn't get to go to Gus's.
That's true. But we do have the great fried chicken in the Bahamas anyway. But would I quit the Laker job if Trump would have called me and says...
That is a very tough decision
for
you. Because I know you love the Bahamas and you love the Lakers.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
You can be an ambassador between different administrations, too. You don't have to get fired.
Right.
So you can be there for a long time.
But don't they change them out for the most part? Like Trump
they do.
changed out everybody.
Yeah, just about. And sometimes the next president might come in and decide to leave you there. So it's not a dangerous job. It's not like being an ambassador in Yemen or Iran.
Yeah.
You can get shot. But no, I don't think I do. I think I like what I do too much. I love working for the Lakers. I love being around the NBA. I love where I live now. So even that job, I wouldn't leave the Lakers job for.
If they made me ambassador to Ireland, would I leave?
Would you take it?
That's a great question.
Guaranteed for the next 4 years, and maybe longer.
No, because we can keep the Laker jobs longer, unless we rob a convenience store or something.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Ramona? Where would you like to be ambassador to? Which country?
Israel?
Oh, that's a lot of work. That'd be hard.
And it's dangerous.
I'd have to really be working.
And it's dangerous over there.
No, I mean I have family
glass.
over there. Obviously, I'd love that, but it would be that's a real job.
Yeah, it is. You actually have to work.
I mean,
There's very few ambassadors who have to work. That's one of them.
I'm thinking if you're going to take a cushy ambassador job, it's probably like Cyprus or somewhere in the Mediterranean that's not really got much going on geopolitically.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Greece would be fun, Italy, but there's something might happen there. We need a small Cyprus or Sardinia. Something could happen there.
What about you, Pepe? Mexico for you?
Pepe.
That could happen.
Pepe.
Malta.
Malta?
Yeah, there you go.
Pepe, they call you and say...
Seychelles.
Pepe,
yeah.
We want to make you the United States ambassador to Mexico, but if you accept it, you have to quit your Laker job. Would you do it?
I said no.
Why? You wouldn't want to be ambassador to Mexico.
No, you know what it is to be ambassador.
That's a real job.
That's a really big
especially
job.
with the current administration because they're always butting
What are you
heads.
afraid of? The cartels? You think the cartels will come looking for you? They don't care about the ambassador.
No, but Trump says you make Pepe go out and build the wall.
Greg says I should be ambassador.
I couldn't leave my house.
Greg, where do you want to be ambassador to?
Somewhere like you were saying, Greece. I don't mind going to Greece and just being that person.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's 4 years living in Greece.
You said Tulum. That's in
That's
Mexico.
for you.
That's not a country.
No, that's true.
That's Mexico.
First of all, you have to know basic geography in order to
I do not know. I know nothing about geography.
Costa Rica. Costa Rica is pretty good, right?
Beautiful country.
That'd be great.
Beautiful country. They're not getting into fights with anyone.
But you're not
Just
staying in
tourism.
Rio
Brian,
Perdido,
you're going to
though.
be ambassador to Colombia, right?
No. I'm thinking more of like an island, like a New Zealand or something like that.
that'd be
Australia.
good.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, probably.
Yeah.
Australia got to do some stuff with the Navy. There's some work
too
to
much,
be
too
done
much.
there.
But you're right,
Giant
Michael,
spiders
about
there.
those,
You don't want to
revoke.
ambassadorships. I am, as you know, I learned everything I know from The West Wing, and there's
so
an
cool.
episode of The West Wing where a guy is having an affair, and President Bartlett is friends with his wife. So instead of firing him, he makes him ambassador to the United Federation of Micronesia.
Oh, wow.
Some job where he's just banished to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he did with Kimberly Guilfoyle?
Yeah.
Didn't he give her-
Guilfoyle?
Yeah.
Greece, she's the ambassador to Greece.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Don
cool.
Jr.'s ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's a consolation
so Don
prize.
Jr. wins. He got
Yeah.
his girlfriend out of the country, and
But Greece
Kim
is
wins.
good.
Yeah.
Greece has a lot of problems.
Yeah, they got
okay?
problems, but it's still Greece. It's awesome.
All right, so let me get to this Joe Mazzulla story.
Okay.
He wants to, now think about this, guys, in all the sports that you've ever watched, All right, all the football.
First of all, he's really smart. He's like he's friends with the guy who the real Bobby Fischer is based on.
Right.
Like that's what Joe Mazzulla's like.
And he's a really interesting guy to talk to. Joe Mazzulla is advocating that we eliminate halftime. Here he is.
I mean, if it was up to me, I wish we would ban halftime. I mean, I can't stand halftime. I mean, they don't have half times, and I just don't understand it.
I hated halftime too.
I guess
I
from
hate
a
it too.
business
Scott
standpoint,
Zolak from the Patriots.
I hate halftime.
It's a
I think
hard stop.
useless.
It's a hard stop, Joe.
Yeah.
It almost gets you out of your rhythm, out of momentum, and like you got to
it gives you an opportunity to escape from the. It gives you an opportunity to escape from the arena. I mean, it gives you an opportunity to escape from the competitive arena, and I've never understood it from a psychological perspective of like. It's crazy. Like, even I think in cricket they take how long? They take a few hours off, right?
I have no clue, Joe.
Yeah, they have a lunch break. Now, if that was the case, if we could roll out like a chicken parm or we have like a lunch break and we have a glass of wine in between halves, that's different.
All right, Michael, would it work if you eliminated halftime? So you would play 4 quarters.
Yeah.
But the break at the end of the second quarter would be the same at the end of the first. You wouldn't have a 15-minute break. Would it work?
No, I don't think it would work, but I wish they would cut it in half, down to 7 or 8 minutes. We don't need 15-minute half times. But I think you need a little, get back in the locker room, get a little refresh, get a little strategy going, and come back out quicker.
Why do you think they have the halftime?
Well, probably for people to go to concession stands and buy stuff.
Right.
And that means
and for TV and radio to sell spots.
Money.
But I think it's in everything. Like when you go to a play, they have an intermission.
Yeah.
I think that performers need a little break.
Yeah.
Right, but
Like
Michael, I'm a little
need to get their ankles
surprised that you're not
taped
on board with this simply because you and I are all about keeping everything moving.
Well, yeah, but do it. 8 minutes should be enough. Go in the locker room, go to the
to your
the
point,
room if you have
I
to.
don't think they would completely eliminate halftime no matter what Missoula's advocating.
No.
But Michael's plan might be a good compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 15 minutes, you cut it to 8. Now, my bosses at the radio station, the guys at Spectrum would get mad because they're losing ad time.
space.
Yeah.
You'd have to figure out a way to do that. But
that is
I
the
like the
reason.
idea, Pepe. Adam Silver has talked about this. He says he would love to get the games down to 2 hours. Right
10-minute quarters.
Right now they're about 2:25. He suggested 10-minute quarters, which I don't think will fly.
I like it. They do it in international basketball. They do it in the Olympics.
I don't
That's
like
fine.
that. I like the fact that they should.
But doesn't it basically throw out the record book if that's the case?
They should make it faster on the free throws. Every free throw, everybody's giving 5.
Yeah. Well, to me, Michael and I both think that right now you shoot after the 5th team foul, you shoot free throws, make it the 10th team foul.
Yeah.
Like they do in college.
That
you
is
know,
a good
and I mean,
idea.
nobody wants to sit around and watch people shoot free throws.
Yeah.
They just don't. So let's eliminate free throws as we can. And everybody
And make it one to make. You got to make the first one to get the second one.
Yeah, I like that too.
If you miss the first one, you
Like
get the rebound
like
and
in
go.
the past?
Like in the past, 1-on-1.
Well, there was an old 3 to make 2, but what you're suggesting is 2 to make 1.
1-on-1. Yep.
Yeah.
Got to make the first one to get the second one.
But Missoula's an interesting guy. He's come up with some crazy things before, but he thinks them through. And
but the halftime thing will never work because that's revenue generating, and
course.
people need a rest. But cut it in half at least.
Okay, this was Missoula's answer was he'd get rid of halftime. Ramona, if I gave you a magic wand and you could make one change in the NBA with the wand, but you only get one, what would you use it for?
I'd probably do the corner 3.
Get rid of that.
I've been advocating like a semicircle at the top.
Yeah.
No corner threes. I like
Changes
that.
things. I also just think if the refs would call the rules and enforce the things that are already there,
Like carrying over?
Yeah, carrying
How
over,
everybody
travels,
carries over and they never call it?
Yeah, I mean, I think things would change a little bit.
Pepe, if I gave you one rule change that you could institute, but you only get to use it once, what would you use it on?
The free throws. I agree.
Cut
with
back
you.
on the free throws.
Yeah, the free throws, and it drives me crazy. Every free throw, they go around and they pat your back. And,
hey, way to go, man! Hang in there. Yeah,
Well, that's a way to rest.
Yeah,
That's a way that the
by an
play,
extent.
especially by
Michael,
the
I think you and me are going to be
like
the
that.
same. We would use it on replay, right? Get rid of it.
Well, I'll let you use replay. The one I would choose is no foul out. Keep your stars in the game.
Phil Jackson believes that.
Yeah.
So if Steph picks up 2 quick fouls or LeBron, he doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
to
like
sit
that.
out. Let him stay on the floor because people pay.
But then you can't
to come see
also
them.
take away free throws. Then,
But
'cause there
Michael,
has to be punitive.
the replays and all that, I text you every game
Yeah.
almost because it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Well, literally, when we sit there, like, I can't tell you how many times. I don't know if you and Samuel Pepe are the same way, but Michael makes the call 10 seconds after it happens, and he's always right. And then we sit there for 5, 6 minutes?
7 minutes sometimes waiting.
And Michael goes, we know the result of this now. Why are we waiting 5 or 6 minutes?
Most of the time,
it stops the flow. It's bad for the vibe.
And also, I think that refs call the game differently because there's replay, because they know the replay is going to check it.
And
right?
they're scared to stick with the call.
Yeah, you're scared. And also, there's a sort of, you don't want to be wrong.
Right.
You know, you'd rather. So I think if they can just trust themselves and know that they're not going to be.
Sometimes I wonder, Ramona, the people who sit on the NBA committee, rules committee, did they ever play basketball? Or
what do they call it? They call it the competition
A lot of times there's
but I
general
think
managers and coaches.
Did these GMs ever play basketball and realize how to
a lot of them did. I mean, Rob played at Michigan with the Fab Five. No, but I'm just using him as an example.
Yeah, I think there's coaches on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, but everybody's so worried about getting it right. Somebody's got to worry about the pace of the game because all these things you're instituting are slowing the game down. Imagine if you went, like, Pepe, you and I love to go to concerts and Broadway shows and stuff. Imagine if every 5-10 minutes they stopped them and, oh, we didn't get that scene right. Let's do it again.
Forget it.
No, it would kill the vibe.
No, people will take tomatoes and all that and on.
So, again, we love the NBA. We don't agree with people that say it's broken and it's boring. It's not. It's still the most fun game you can go to in person.
Can I have a big picture take on things, though?
Yeah.
I don't think people watch enough. I think it's just easy to complain. I think you read stories or you go on social media and people just complain about the All-Star game. But how many of the people complaining about it actually even watched it? How many people complaining about the NBA are actually sitting there watching games like you do every night?
Don't you think they are?
I don't think so.
Then what are they? How can they complain about what
I think they're just reacting to the reaction, just the same way. Like the other day, I was like, Greg and I were talking this morning. I was like, man, I always get aggregated on stuff I don't want to get aggregated on stuff. And when I actually say something that I want to get aggregated on or that I want to be reported, people don't pick it up. And then some things I get aggregated on, it's not even true the way it's framed, but it just gets repeated 25 times, and then that's the story. Like there was something like Kevin Durant, I guess I said something on NBA Today, and it was like, I said, that locker room, Tim McMahon said, I'm here today, and that locker room is glum, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, Tim says the word glum, I'll go with toxic, because it has been rough there the past 6 weeks. Everybody thinks they're getting traded. They tried to trade Kevin without really telling him. They're losing. This is, all the pressure, et cetera. And then somehow that got blown up, like ESPN report, Suns have toxic locker room, and it got put on like the guys. When I was just saying, no, it's just an uncomfortable situation. So then,
didn't Durant actually call you out publicly?
Yeah, but he didn't actually do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you listen to him, all he's doing is responding to a question that the media there just kept asking every guy on the team. Hey, ESPN says you have a toxic locker room. What do you think of that? I'm like, what do you expect the guy's going to say? Oh yeah, it sucks here. Like, oh, I don't really like anyone in here. They're not going to. Of course, they're going to rally behind their guy. So anyway, all he did was say, he said, yeah, I heard Ramona Shelburne said that. Da 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 da. And but his point was, it's easy to say something when you're only in the locker room for 45 minutes before and after a game. You're not with us every day. It's not the best. People are busy and distracted with their headphones on and like what you perceive in those 45. I thought it was actually a very measured response. I didn't think he was calling me out. He was just responding. Yeah, no, but the headline said he called me out. I'm like, no, he didn't. We actually talked afterwards. He was like, and I was like, it's not even real. Do you know what I mean? Like, people aren't even watching. Ramona, they're not even listening.
Who in the media is doing that? Because most of the real media don't do that.
Right. But it's social media. There's a lot of people.
A lot of the talking head shows. Yeah.
There's all these websites on Twitter or websites that pay somebody, I don't know how much they pay, $15 an hour to take everything everybody says and create headlines out of it.
Out of context.
They're not, out of context or anything that feels like it's a click, right?
Yeah.
But they do it all the time because it's fake news all the time.
Right. Well, that's what makes the world go around. All right, coming up next, What's Up, Fool? We'll get Greg in here. We'll get Brian in here. First, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. If you toss your food scraps in the regular trash, it sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick. It's easy. It helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888 Clean LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle. What's Up, Fool? Next, Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
in the world, or at least in America. To be the guy for the Los Angeles Lakers,
big job.
What's bigger than that?
Not much.
And winning championships.
Not much.
Who's more famous than him?
NFL players, but that's about it.
You still think the quarterback?
In this country. Internationally, probably not.
If Luka is winning championships and the Lakers are back to their dominant, excellent self, and like I'm talking back to the old school days when they're running off 10 in a row ugly stuff.
Yep.
And Luka is at the forefront.
Yep.
Am I getting too far to
NFL.
say Luka could actually challenge that?
I think he would be on the short list.
That guy,
sure.
that talent, the way he plays here.
I don't think it's a Luka thing. I think it's an NBA versus NFL thing. That's the only reason that I would make that argument. But I think it's close.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
The CONCACAF Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. One ticket, two matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
Would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's Mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thanks, Brian. I'll take it away for you guys here today. So I saw this right before the show that Netflix is apparently considering adding podcasts. And they want to, podcasts they say have gone truly mainstream, and they want to host their own podcast.
Yeah.
But their reasoning is kind of interesting. They said because they're cheaper than quality films. So they're cheaper to make. They don't have to come up with scripts. Okay. So I just wanted your take on Netflix trying to get into the podcast game because it's cheaper than films.
Okay, so listen. We now have been doing this where when I go on Brian Windhorst Hoop Collective, or I go, it used to be the Low Post, right?
Right.
Every podcast I do, used to be a podcast was like radio where you just show up wearing whatever you wear.
And now it's always
I'm getting always the same thing. YouTube.
I did one yesterday where I had to go on YouTube.
And so YouTube, and I used to think, that's for the ads. Okay, so you make more money on YouTube ads than you do on a podcast ad, something like that, or double the revenue, whatever. But now ESPN is taking. Once a week, they take the Brian Windhorst Hoop Collective and they put it up on ESPN2. So yesterday, when I came in here after I went to my workout, I threw on a hoodie.
Yeah, you were not dressed for TV.
I was not dressed for TV. I usually get all glam and everything. I went over there. I was like, you know what? It's a hat day. I'm going to put on a hat for this podcast. If we're going to be on YouTube, I should do that. I forgot that it also goes on ESPN2. So, like, it's on ESPN2. Me and this guy, Drew Hanlon, who's a trainer who has a book coming out, Brian Windhorst. They all look fine. They look like dudes, but
you look like you just got out of a workout.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you my. Hold on.
The game is. By the way, Michael, Portia is mad at you. She says you blew off her podcast.
I forgot. I completely forgot. So I told her let's do it on Sunday.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Don't forget
I got
on
my hat
Sunday.
on.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, it looks okay. It's not normally
Portia.
how I would represent myself on TV, but everything now it's already been done.
Brian, I think that's the way everything's going. Is to be honest, I think that anything you can monetize by putting it on the net, putting it on TV, more of that.
So wait, so Netflix will get rid of movies?
You were on a podcast the other day,
Dan Dakich,
right? And you were on and you weren't looking at the camera.
Yeah.
I thought I was.
Yeah, you were looking straight ahead at like the ocean, and your camera's pointed to the side of your head. You were great. You were making a lot of sense, but I'm like, does Michael not know he needs to look at the camera?
What podcast was that?
Dan Dakich,
for Outkick. He has a show on every morning.
He's really good.
Yeah, he used to be a college basketball head coach. He played at Indiana with Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight.
Oh. Yeah. So I think that's already happened.
So Netflix will get rid of movies?
No, they're going to add podcasts, right, Brian? That's what you're saying?
just add it, and they'll not do as many like their original movies per se.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's when you do a movie, you got to hire producers and directors and makeup artists
spend
and pay
money.
union wages for everybody, makeup artists and actors and all. Podcasts, you just have 2 or 3 people. You get a studio. It looks fine. It's like a late night TV show.
Right. You keep your costs down.
What's up, Foo?
I want to get your guys' take on this because Ramona and AK kind of hit on the Ja Morant trade rumors kind of yesterday. It was announced today, Grizzlies GM Zach Kleinman said it's just a fantasy. They're not trading him. It's not going to happen. The whole thing is a complete fantasy. Just what's your take on one of these superstars just being in the rumor? Is it not as surprising now that we've had Luka, or is it still very much surprising?
First of all, I know Zach. He used to work for the Lakers. He is a great guy and a great GM, and he's not a BSer. So if he came out and said, we're not trading Ja Morant, he literally has no plan. He's super calculated.
Yeah.
He's not saying that unless it's true.
Yeah.
So now I do. And Michael, I wouldn't trade Ja Morant. You've called him the most athletic guard you've ever seen.
He's the most entertaining player to watch. So if you're Memphis, why would you get rid of a big gate attraction like him?
Well, he was being a knucklehead early in his career where he kept getting suspended and doing dumb stuff. But Ramona, that's kind of behind him now, isn't it?
So far. I mean, he had a few other little things. Yeah. But I think it's more of a money thing. I think people were speculating on that because of a money thing. So the exact story was from Howard Beck at The Ringer, who you know very well. Used to cover the Lakers. Good reporter. He talked to other GMs, and other GMs said, watch what happened. Watch out for Ja. Like, hey, is there any other superstar who might get traded? And the other GMs were speculating. And I think that, so in other words, it wasn't coming from Memphis or anything like that.
People
However,
are connecting dots.
I think it's more just that they have 3 guys who are going to be max guys. Jaren Jackson Jr. is about to get paid a lot, especially if he makes All-NBA this year. Desmond Bane's already a max guy. Ja's already a max guy. Like, it's expensive.
But Ja's the best of those 3, Michael.
I think Jaren.
Jaren Jackson probably is best all around.
You would rather have Jaren Jackson than Ja Morant?
No, I'd rather have Ja because he's more of he can get more people. He's like Stephen A. Smith says, he's box office.
Right. Of course. It's exactly.
Yeah, but he's also fun. He's also an all-NBA player. He's an all-NBA level player.
People will pay to see Ja Morant.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I think a superstar who could be traded is Zion. I think New Orleans is about out of patience with him, but
he's not
see.
a superstar.
Well, it could be. Don't you
could
think?
be if he's in shape.
Well, Luka's not in shape, and he's a superstar.
I don't get that feel.
You don't think Zion's being traded?
I think they really like how he's approached the last year or two.
His contract's not guaranteed anymore. Will that wake him up?
Yeah, and he's got a new agent. He switched agents.
Can he get that? Can he get that guarantee back, or is that now gone?
No, once you sign that contract, it's there.
Yeah, he's got a weight clause in
But I think also he's been injured, and they've been cracking down on him. Like when he's late, they had that.
Yeah.
They've
David Griffin, who's running that thing's a smart guy.
Yeah, I have a pretty good sense that they're happy with Zion right now.
Go ahead, Brian.
What's up, Foo?
Apparently, Shohei Ohtani can't do everything great. There's a funny video going on right now about him.
This is great.
Struggling to parallel park out in Arizona
Yeah,
yesterday last
great.
night. It took I think it would say about 55 seconds for him to get into the spot. And
That's not long, but
the spot was pretty big. It was an easy spot to parallel park into. So my question is parallel parking the hardest thing to do in a car? And then I also saw a study here the other day that said while parking, about 63% of people will turn off music just to focus more.
I turn it off.
Is that true? And how would you rate your parallel parking skills?
My parallel parking skills are fine, but it's because I never push it. If there's even a question of can my car fit, I'll drive 4 blocks away and park. I always look for like an empty spot that I can get where no one's on either side of me. I'd rather walk than jam my car into a spot.
I do the same, but now it's easier because the cars have a lot of giving
mirrors and
well, and also aren't new cars parallel park themselves?
They do,
don't they? I've never figured out how to do that. My car apparently has that, but I'm like you.
I'm kind of I'm hit or miss. I go on a run. Like if I have to do it a lot, like I'll be like, man, I just nailed that. Like I'll get 3 or 4 in a row. I'm like, God, I'm so good at this. And then there's other times you're like, oh man, especially when people are waiting or someone's in the car with you, you just totally mess it up, and it takes you like 6 times and. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go around the block. It's embarrassing. Cars are waiting and they're honking.
How about the radio?
Like, oh.
How about the radio?
What? Turn it off. I usually turn it off. I got focus.
Me too.
Yeah, I have like a little system, and I do it, and sometimes it just works perfect. And you're like, man, I was like, you walk around with a little pep in your step after that. Like, I nailed that. And then other times you're just like, I'm just a failure.
Michael, do you ever parallel park?
All the time. I am a great parker. I could put
you're a pilot.
I could put a Cadillac Escalade in the space of a bicycle.
That was beautiful. I'm just gonna have you park my car.
I am great at it.
What's up, Phil?
I got one more here for you guys. So the commercial I've seen on TV the last couple of days, tons, is Angel Reese. Her new Angel Reese special at McDonald's.
Yeah,
it's like a quarter pounder with bacon and barbecue sauce. A little different, on all the time. So it just keeps coming up. My question here is, if you had a special meal, what's the restaurant and what's the meal? You could choose anywhere.
And mine would be a pork chop.
Yes.
And where would I put it? I'd probably put it at Slay in Manhattan Beach. My guy, David Slay, runs it. That's my favorite restaurant down there. So I'd probably put it there. Michael, how about you? A Michael Thompson special. What would be in it?
Well, I love so much different food. I'll probably get some kind of a fish sandwich. A good fish sandwich, man. When it's done right, it's so good. So a fish sandwich. Pepe, yours would be, I know what it would be.
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs?
Yes. I love spare ribs. I mean, really, they're the most delicious meal in the world.
Yeah, when the meat is falling off the bone.
Oh boy!
Yeah, that is good stuff. What do you like with your spares? Do you have coleslaw? What do you have? French fries or what?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes with spare ribs?
Yeah.
Oh, that ruins it.
I love mashed potatoes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but not with spare ribs.
You love mashed potatoes.
I do too. But with spare ribs, you have fries and coleslaw.
Why? Because you like that?
Yes.
I have to like
so,
that
Michael,
too.
I know you would have fries. Probably filet mignon or some type of steak would be on yours.
Oh, yeah, definitely some kind of a steak. Probably filet mignon, something like that. So, yeah, definitely.
And strawberry cream pie for dessert.
You know it. Now
And what you filet mignon? Well,
here's the thing. An Angel Reese special is at McDonald's, which means it doesn't mean it's her favorite meal. It just means she's getting paid a lot of money to do this. So
Travis Scott did this, and it sold out in seconds.
Yeah, I would probably have a special like at McDonald's because I want to make money on this. Probably like a special shake, like a Momo shake. Like
Momo shake.
Yeah,
it's got a good ring to it.
Yeah, like a Momo shake, and
that would totally work.
Yeah, just something make it kind of cool.
Is it vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, what?
Let's do like
some kind of mix,
like a Cherry Garcia or something. Like make
it
has
to be a mix.
Yeah, it's got to be a mix. But it's got to be something they can make.
Oh, a strawberry shake as a special? Come on,
like a strawberry cream pie.
All right, thank you, Brian Cohen. That's it for What's Up, Fool. Coming up next, what really determines who the best team is? All right, if you have the best team, do you have to win the title to say that? One of the greats of all time, arguably the best all time in his sport, says, no, you can be the best team even if you don't win a title. What? We'll get into it next. Mason in Ireland, Momo in for Mace. Michael's here, Pepe's here, ESPN LA.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. They say, let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka. I do a daily talk radio show here on ESPN LA 710.
Yeah.
And you said, like, the fans are, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, but
over the moon or something like that.
It was a
overjoyed.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
And I texted him, like, good report.
Yeah.
You're inches.
I almost said it.
Inches.
Almost said
from
Sedano
saying,
and Cap.
My show every day on ESPN LA, Sedano and Cap. Like, you chose
I should have just kept going.
You
I
chose not to mention the name of the show.
I should have just kept going.
I mean, it was gratuitous enough to mention the radio station, which I love.
At that point, right.
Let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell a home you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer without having to get it ready for the market. Deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage first for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
All right, Mason and Ireland. Momo's here. Michael's here. Pepe's here. And I think most people in sports determine who the best team is every year by who wins the Super Bowl or who wins the NBA title. But can you be the best team if you don't win it all?
I think so.
According to Tom Brady, you can. Here's what Brady was asked, what's it like when you lose the Super Bowl? He lost.
When they were the perfect season.
Yeah, he's lost 3 times in the Super Bowl. He's been to 10, he's won 7, he's lost 3. Here's what Brady says.
You just don't sleep for a couple days. You think it's a nightmare. You really do. You're like, it didn't happen. I woke up, it was a bad dream. And then you're like, it sinks in. And then ultimately you get over it. I mean, acute pain, but then there's that chronic scar tissue of like making it that far and then coming up short. Giants, Eagles, especially when you're the better team. Yeah. Like, in all 3 Super Bowls we lost, we were the better team. Not that day, but.
All right, Michael, can you say you're the better team? Like when the Warriors, Michael, won 73 games but then blew it in the playoffs. Are they still allowed to say that they were the better team?
No, of course not. You got to finish the deal. 73-win team, all-time winningest team, regular season in history of the NBA, and nobody ever mentions them, talks about them, or remembers that because they didn't win that 16th game in the finals. If they would have won that 16th game, they could have said they're the greatest team ever. But because they didn't, doesn't matter.
I agree with everything you just said, Ramona. You disagree?
Yeah, because I think, for example, I think the Lions were probably the best team this year, but then they had all those injuries.
Well, that's different if everybody's
like,
hurt. But
the
Warriors weren't hurt.
Isn't that disrespectful to the Eagles?
Yeah, a little bit, but also Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg. They're all the running backs got hurt.
We're not talking about injuries. We're just talking about if everybody's
healthy. Or you
healthy.
can have a game like the Patriots did in that Super Bowl where I still think they were the better team. They just lost that game. Like, it doesn't mean they're
18-1.
They were 18-1.
Michael, I'm with you. Pepe, what do you think? I don't think you get to say, like Brady just said, that we were the better team if you end up losing to the team and not winning the title.
Don't they say that nobody remembers the second place?
Right. That was Michael's point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to win. I mean, you can win so many games, but in the end, you don't win.
That's why they
Michael,
say
some of those Laker teams you played on were great regular season teams, and when you always like to say that you think in the two finals that you lost, 1 year to Detroit and 1 year to Chicago, I think you lost to Detroit in 89 and Chicago in 91.
Yeah.
You always say, well, we were the better team. If we would have had our guys.
Yeah, we were injured.
Right.
That's different.
No, well, wait a minute. I don't think you get to say it because injuries is part of the deal.
Well, no, because, if Jordan and Pippen were out against
then
the
they're
Lakers.
Not the best team.
But they were lost because they were out, not because we were better.
Okay, when you guys, when everybody got hurt, when you had extra training camp.
Yeah, we lost to the Pistons. We got swept, but we were better than the Pistons. But we lost Magic and Byron.
You don't get to say that.
But if we were healthy, we were better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the
that's
if
a huge
doesn't count.
Right.
If doesn't count.
I'm with Pepe.
But I was saying if everybody's healthy and you lose, then you're not a better team.
In 2004, the Lakers went to the
I
title.
think the best team in 1989, the year you got swept, and I realize you didn't lose a game in the playoffs until the finals.
No.
The best team was Detroit.
No, we were better. We were
you're,
undefeated.
Then you're Brady.
No,
you just went against.
We lost our starting backcourt.
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't you guys understand that? Why do you think Michael Jordan's Bulls are considered the greatest team ever? 72-10 because they closed the deal. If they would have lost the finals, people say nobody cares.
Greg, what do you think?
It's like the Mariners that year when they won all those games.
Exactly.
I don't think you get to say you were the better team if you lose.
No, absolutely not. If you lose,
but if you're injured because you lose because your best players are out, that's
like
different.
If you're talking about like the Lions, how they got injured, yes, that's different. Everybody's hurt.
That's what he was saying.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, come on! Of course it matters.
No, but you still can't say that you're the best team just because everybody's hurt.
2019, when the Warriors lost to the Raptors, do you really think they were better than the Warriors?
The Warriors were the
Kevin
better team,
and Clay.
but
they
were
going to win without those two.
They were hurt. You cannot say you were better.
The Raptors get to say they were the best team that year.
Yeah.
How can you say that when Durant and
what
Clay
you
didn't
said
play?
at the start of this?
I said if everybody's healthy.
But Michael, you cannot use the if. Please understand that.
Why can't you
You're
use
the
it?
one who taught me that one of your number one attributes is your availability.
Right.
So if you're not available, if you're somebody that gets hurt all the time.
But if you go into everybody's healthy on an even playing field with health, and if you lose, then you're not the best. But if they're playing at full strength and you don't have your two best players, you think you're going to win?
Why didn't you have them?
They got hurt.
Well, then that's part of the game.
You can't help that.
No. The 2019 Raptors get to say they were the better team because they knocked the Warriors out.
The Dodgers were in the playoffs every year, the best team in baseball every year for the last 4 years. They only won this last year. They had injuries and all those other things. They were not the best team because they did not get to the World Series.
Nobody had more injuries than the Dodgers.
If Shohei and Mookie didn't play in the World Series, you think they would have won?
No, they wouldn't have.
And
they're not the best team.
Well, they don't get to say they're the best team then.
Because they lose.
But they would have been the best team if healthy.
Yeah, but the if doesn't work for me.
We don't understand it, Ramona. Did they ever play sports growing up, Ramona?
Yeah.
See, you and I did.
Because you're very stubborn.
Yeah, well, no,
That's
Michael, you're just making injuries are
it's not
excuses.
an excuse. It's a reality.
Wait a minute.
Sometimes you lose your best players.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We just had this conversation about AD.
Yeah.
If AD's healthy, he's a monster.
Right.
He's like the best player in the league. But he's not healthy now. So Dallas doesn't get to say, hey, if he was healthy, we would have won the whole thing. We don't know that because you didn't show up. You have to show up. That's part of being a professional athlete.
If you're healthy, you have to produce. But if you're hurt, you can't help that.
But what
you
about,
miss the game.
What about? Well, we were just talking about Zion, how he's always hurt.
Oh, that's his fault because he won't get in shape.
Okay, well, if
I think he's in better shape now, though. That's
in the shape of a donut.
He's better. Look at him recently.
Can I not get away with this statement? Isn't it possible that Luka is the rare athlete like Babe Ruth that can play while he's out of shape at an elite level?
Okay. Yeah. Did you see that that text I sent you about the sports science guy with Luka? Okay, Luka is not the best at anything athletically except for this one skill of decelerating. Like, he is the best player.
Decelerate. He don't have to
going
decelerate. He's
slow.
going too slow.
So I'm saying
You
but,
can't speed him up.
Right.
We always
You know
say
how
that
many
about
injuries
him.
happen because guys are going fast and then
You're
they
right.
slow down and they pull something or they turn an ankle or whatever, or a
true.
knee. And he is apparently that is his superpower. He's
Yeah.
really good at slowing down.
Slowing down even more. You're
Well,
right.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
Michael.
It does, right?
It
does.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less torque on your body.
Yeah.
On your joints. You're right.
Right.
Geez, Pepe, finally something that makes sense to you.
Well,
Because Ramona said it, not because you said it.
no, Michael, you just completely contradicted yourself.
No, I
at
didn't.
the start
Oh,
of that,
I meant-
at the start of that conversation, you said no. You do not get to say you're the best
If
team
you're
if
healthy.
you lose. No, that's you can't.
The
put
Warriors were healthy when they lost to the Cavs after they won 73 games, and they lost anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't count them as the best.
You're contradicting
Wait a minute.
yourself. Are you
The Warriors
surprised?
were
Are you
healthy.
surprised?
That's what I'm saying. And they lost.
that. Right.
So they're not the best team.
Right.
The Cavs were.
But they
The
don't. In 2019, when they lost to the Raptors, you don't get to say they would have won if they were healthy.
Oh, come on.
I think you do.
Come on, Ireland.
Kevin Durant tore his Achilles.
Yes.
Clay tore his
Oh,
ACL.
come on. It wasn't even close when Durant was on the floor.
I agree that they were probably the best team I've ever seen in person.
But they
if
lost.
you lose
Because of injuries.
But Michael, injuries are in every sport.
I understand that, Ireland. And it's unfortunate. That's
So-
why we lost to the Pistons.
But I would also say, did those injuries happen because Riles put you through a training camp?
Oh, yeah.
So that's part of being the best team is being healthy at the end.
And Michael, part of acquiring a player.
I hope Rouse didn't hear that, did he?
I mean, he would
Michael,
probably say the
part
same
of
thing at this point.
acquiring a player is how often is this dude available? If
Yeah.
you go out and trade for AC Green, you know he's going to be
Right,
there.
yeah.
If you go out and trade for Zion,
AD.
or even AD,
Yeah.
even though AD last year played in 76
Yeah.
games, it's a misnomer that he shouldn't have a nickname like Street Clothes. By the way, are you guys surprised? Because I am. I'd be shocked if anybody who works for the Laker organization had anything bad to say about Anthony
Yeah,
Davis
everybody likes
going
him.
out the
Never,
door.
Yeah.
never.
I mean, I just never would say anything. I mean, he was great when he was here.
Nobody's going to pull a Patrick Dumont.
Right. That's my question.
Dumont.
Why?
Dumont.
What are the Mavericks doing?
Yeah, they didn't need to do that.
Why crap on Luka after you trade him? I mean, is Ramona? They're taking so much heat for it. They're just getting defensive. But I mean, it's an unwritten rule in sports that you don't speak ill of someone that did all those good things for you. Why? Why are they crapping all over Luka?
It was such a shocking trade.
Right.
I think they had to give people an explanation. And I think it was. I mean, I wouldn't like.
Ask. I'm going to pretend I'm Nico. Ask me about the trade.
Luka Doncic is a 25-year-old superstar in his prime who has expressed his desire to stay in Dallas for the rest of his career. Why would you even consider trading him?
It was hard because of all the things you just said. Luka is an elite player, arguably with Dirk, the best player in Mavericks history. You take your pick, either one you can make an argument for. But this isn't about Luka. This is about Anthony Davis. I knew him really well when I was at Nike. He can guard all 5 positions. He is an elite player. There was no way I was going to be able to get Anthony Davis without putting Luka in the deal. I'm betting on Anthony Davis. Everybody likes to say I'm betting against Luka. I don't look at it that way. I'm betting on Anthony Davis, and wait till you guys see this guy play. He's going to be great. Why couldn't he say that?
Because he's Dumont.
Yeah, well,
No, that's
but
Nico.
Nico was doing it too, and Nico's really smart.
Nico didn't publicly do it the way that Dumont did. Dumont was pretty on the nose. Dumont was like, I believe in leadership and whatever he said.
Right,
Like,
and he
was-
said, like, great leaders who show up every day, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I know.
Shaq was the laziest player in Laker history. He
Yeah.
was. By the way, Shaq
That's
is
a good comp.
Shaq is another example of somebody who could play and affect the games,
Oh, yeah.
even though he was out of shape.
However, he did not have as long of a prime or as long of a
Yep.
career as he could have.
Yep.
Of dominance.
Right.
His last, once he
Would
won
you,
that
would
title
you
in
have traded
Miami.
Shaq when he was 25? Are you kidding?
No, back then he was in shape then at 25.
Right. But Luka could still get in shape.
Oh, yeah, Lucas can still do it. Hopefully LeBron could influence him to take him over to the
I
house.
think that's the big hope.
Oh, by the way, Michael, Lindsay just texted me and she has a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Before Golden State got Kevin Durant, you could argue that Cavs would have won the finals if Kyrie and Kevin Love won.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
true.
agree with her. In 2015,
Yeah, they could've.
they didn't have Kevin Love and Kyrie.
Warriors get to say they were
Yeah.
the best team that
No,
year.
But I always say that. I said the Cavs,
Lindsay,
they didn't play
you're
the
right.
real Cavs.
Yeah.
The second best player on that Cavs team was Dellavedova. So the
Yeah.
Warriors were very fortunate to win that title.
Yeah, Kyrie got hurt in game 1. I remember that.
And
Kevin was
Love
out
missed
the
the
whole
game.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
But it happens every time.
Every time?
No, a lot of times it happens. The best team doesn't make it at the end.
When was the last time since 19 the best players, two of the top four players weren't in the finals? Boston was healthy last year.
The Dodgers,
But I think
the Dodgers were healthy.
Okay,
last year.
Let's
but
go
how
back and
many
then
years-
look in
Greg,
the
how
NBA.
many times the Dodgers were the best team?
Do we think the Miami Heat were the best team when Denver beat them for the title in 2022?
No, Denver was the best team.
Okay, but were they the best team in the Eastern Conference? I think it should have been Boston and Denver the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But 1 year Boston didn't make it, and last year Denver didn't make it.
Yeah, every team in every sport has injuries every year. If your players can't get on the court, you don't get to say you're the best team. That's it. Coming up next, there's a situation going on with the Dodgers. Everybody says that Mason is predicting the Dodgers win more than 113 games.
Is that the record?
The actual, I think, Greg, the record's 114.
116.
Right? 116.
Who had 116?
Mariners 116.
Yeah, and they lost in like the first round. Yeah.
But Las Vegas has now weighed in on an over/under
Ooh.
for wins on the Dodgers, and you'll be surprised what it is. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it is coming up. Mason and Ireland. Momo in for Mace. Michael's here. Pepe's here. Lakers Hornets tonight at Crypto on ESPN LA.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Luka has the chance to be the #1 guy in the world, or at least in America. To be the guy for the Los Angeles Lakers?
Big job.
What's bigger than that?
Not much.
And winning championships.
Not much.
Who's more famous than him?
NFL players, but that's about it.
You still think the quarterback?
In this country. Internationally, probably not.
If Luka is winning championships and the Lakers are back to their dominant, excellent self, and like I'm talking back to the old school days when they're running off 10 in a row ugly stuff.
Yep.
And Luka is at the forefront.
Yep.
Am I getting too far to
NFL.
say Luka could actually challenge that?
I think he would be on the short list.
That guy,
sure.
that talent, the way he plays here.
I don't think it's a Luka thing. I think it's an NBA versus NFL thing. That's the only reason that I would make that argument. But I think it's close.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and #1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours, which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic award shows. Guests will also explore the venue's VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. For more info, visit cryptoarena.com/tours.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, we all
do a lot of Dodger. Hey, Greg, when's Blue Review coming back?
The first week, so the week of, I believe it's the 16th, because they're in Japan on the 18th and 19th. So that Monday of that week.
Okay, so how many games did Dodgers win last year?
98? 98, somewhere around there.
Okay. I'm going to ask each one of you, how many games you think the Dodgers will win this year? Mason says his over-under is 113. I bet him 10 grand in mythical money that it will be 113 or under. He has 114 and over. Before I tell you what Vegas has set the number at, Michael, how many games do you think the Dodgers win this year out of 162?
Well, they won 98 last year. Given good health, I would say 102.
Okay, Momo?
104.
Pepe?
108.
Greg?
106.
Brian?
118.
118, Brian. There you go.
I think they broke the record.
The
this year.
actual Vegas number,
Wow.
104.
There it is.
I think that's more realistic.
Yeah.
And Greg, the reason I think that 104, I think, would you say 106? Why I think that's the number is I don't think they're going to emphasize the regular season. I think they're going to go with a 6-man rotation. I don't think anybody's going to throw over 200 innings. Maybe Snell, but
I don't think Snell. He's never gone over 200.
Yeah, but they don't need to. I think they're going to make this all about the postseason. If they won under 100 games, I wouldn't be shocked. I would be shocked if they win 114.
Yeah, 114. I don't think they're going to break the record. I think that you're right that they're going to not really value the regular season. They just want to get to have a bye. They want to get to the bye, win the NL West. So
only one team in each league gets a bye now, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, no. There's 2 teams in each league that get a bye. So they just want that first or second seed. They are going to, like you said, they're going to 150, 160 innings for their pitchers, 6-man rotation, maybe even deeper. It's just going to be, but they will just fall into 100 wins.
They could, but I don't think they're going to 113. 113, everything has to go right.
That's right.
And I don't think they care if everything goes right in the regular season. They're going to be judged on how they do in the postseason anyway.
It's World Series or bust again for them.
Right. Maybe every year now.
Have you ever seen a team with so many possibilities of pitchers that can open?
Yeah, like we haven't even talked about Bobby Miller.
No, and they're saying he looks great.
Yeah.
It's also spring training, but Yeah, no, their pitchers all the way up and down. They have basically like 10 quality starting pitchers. Their back 5 could be a starting 5 somewhere.
I think if they get close, like if we get to September and they're within spitting distance, I think they'll go for it. It's like Shohei with 50-50 last year. Was that a goal of his?
He destroyed it, though.
Right. Was that a goal of his coming into the season? I don't know. But when he got close, he was like, let's go.
Because
he was running every time.
Because he got hurt sliding, I think he's going to run less this year, don't you?
Maybe a little bit. He's just how he put his arm out. That was his fault.
By the way, what were the bets we made a couple of months ago regarding Mookie Betts playing shortstop?
Yeah, it was me and Mason. We have it's who's going to be the starting center, the starting shortstop. I have
on
not.
Opening day.
On opening day, I say Mookie's not going to be, and Mason says he will be.
You're going to
10K.
lose. You're going
I
to
am
lose that
1,000% losing that bet.
Yeah, they're clearly
100%.
making him a shortstop now. And
it's stupid, but yes.
And by the way, are you guys, Michael? You may know something about this. Why is Nolan Arenado still in St. Louis? They don't want him, and he doesn't want them.
I know it's weird how they can't work out some kind of.
And
a
I know
deal.
he's good friends with Trace, right?
Yeah. And Nolan always would love to have been a. Why wouldn't the Dodgers offer Max Muncy for him? Wouldn't he be a better?
I don't think the Cardinals want Max Muncy. I think they want like picks. I think they're looking to get out from under the contract.
And
right,
they
Greg?
prefer. Yeah, they were looking to get out of the contract, and Max Muncy is better for this team.
Really?
Also, Trace, by the way.
Max Muncy could play second if you bring in Arenado to play third.
And he also has more power now.
What? The Dodgers not interested in Nolan?
No, I mean he has had a bad last 2 years. He's still good defensively, but he's just not the same player he was a couple years ago. And by the way, Trace. Boston.
Yeah, going to Boston, going to the Red Sox.
Oh man, when you go back there and watch him play, I'll go with you. I love that part.
I hope he makes the team, so he's got to go there and make the team. But he'll make it.
Well, you know what's weird about Trace is he has good springs traditionally, and he'll tear the cover off the ball, and then they'll bring up some 21-year-old kid because how old's Trace now?
He'll be 34 next month, but he's in great shape.
And he doesn't have the mileage of a typical 34-year-old because he hasn't been playing 160 games every year.
Yeah, so he'll make it. He's got to go there and make the team, but I have confidence in him. He'll make it.
Did you guys see what's going on in Boston?
I know they got 2 third basemen.
Right. So, but I think Rafael Devers is being an idiot about this. So they go out and sign Alex Bregman, one of the best defensive third basemen in the league, and Devers said, "Well, I'm not giving him my spot. It's my spot." You were the worst defensive shortstop in the American League last year. Bregman, I think, was 6th in all of
everything,
all of baseball defensively. If you're Devers, you want Bregman to play third. He doesn't make the errors you make, and Devers can still be the DH. Why is he doing this?
That is Devers' team. That Boston is Rafael Devers' team. He's the best player on that team. He should not leave that. And by the way, it's Alex Bregman. Who cares?
Right.
DFA him.
But wait a minute. DFA him. They just gave him
I know they
$200
shouldn't.
million.
Screw that guy. He's a Astro.
I wonder if any of
the
those,
worst of all of them too.
I wonder if any of those Astros. I think Verlander gets into the Hall of Fame based on body of work.
Verlander will,
but the guys.
Altuve will.
No, he shouldn't.
I don't think he's going to get in.
Really?
Because I think the cheating is too hung around his neck. I don't think Bregman's getting in, Greg.
Nope.
I don't think Springer's getting in.
Altuve might, because he had a second act, kind of like the next
But
time they
every
came
time
back.
that they talk about cheating,
It does
Altuve.
stick to them. Yeah.
I don't feel good about what's going on in Boston. I hope Trace makes the team because, boy, Michael, have you ever been to a game there?
Never
at Fenway
been to
Park?
Fenway.
It's spectacular.
You've never been there?
Never been to Fenway.
Pepe,
Oh,
you
wow.
been?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Pepe's been everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It is.
How many major league
unbelievable.
stadiums have you visited, Pepe, out of the 30?
I don't know, but I've been in many.
By the way, Greg, if you had to bet on one of these 3 things happening, which one would you take? You can only take one, okay?
Okay, one of them.
Sasaki for Rookie of the Year, Ohtani for MVP, or Yamamoto for Cy Young?
Ooh, Yamamoto's my Cy Young pick out of everybody in this rotation, but I would probably go Shohei MVP.
I would too.
Because he's going to pitch.
And everybody knows when Shohei is right, he just puts up numbers that nobody can touch. So I think
I agree with you, Greg.
And I don't know if Sasaki. It's rare that a Rookie of the Year is a pitcher. So I mean,
it happens. Paul Skeens didn't.
win.
Did he? No, he did.
Yeah, but he was like led the league in strikeouts.
Right? He was amazing.
Valenzuela got it as a rookie.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
It happens, but it's at the same time, another Ricky will come up and be amazing. And also, Sasaki's going to have to pitch very short. I know they're saying that it's a 5-man rotation, but it's a 6-man.
Yeah.
That's why maybe none of those guys win because they're going to, again, de-emphasize the regular season.
If you have if they have an unbelievable ERA, or if they get a bunch of wins. See, a lot of those guys will get a bunch of wins. Even if they only pitch every 6 days, if it's a 6-man rotation, they can still win a lot because the Dodgers will win a lot.
All right, coming up next,
6 innings.
The latest on LeBron: will he or won't he play in the game tonight? And also, Tim Bontemps, who works for ESPN, did a straw poll of 100 people that have MVP votes. Only 2 people got votes. 2
for number 1.
Yeah, for MVP. 70% to one guy, 30% to the other. I'll make an argument for LeBron, not for MVP, but for all NBA, and we'll see if you guys buy it. First of all, if you're thinking about selling your house, call Seller's Advantage. If you want to sell a home you've inherited, call Seller's Advantage. You want to sell your house and take advantage of your equity, Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for any repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years. They're focused on the seller's needs. That's all they care about, getting the seller the highest offer possible without having it get ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you $10,000 advance in some cases for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, before you do anything, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I was walking from doing a hit, and I ran into Chris Mullen. That's not who it is, right?
Love Chris Mullen.
Mully. I turn around to my right, and guess who's standing in front of me and extends his hand out to say, what's up?
Tell me who this is.
Spike Lee.
Spike freaking Lee.
Yeah. And he says,
Spike
yo,
Lee.
what up? And I'm like, hey, what up, Spike?
I love Spike Lee.
I'm like, you good?
Oh, you brought it in?
He brought it in.
He brought it in.
Well,
to
he
you.
brought hand out.
Okay.
When he saw me turn around after saying what's up, he brought hand out. And I was like, oh, what up, Spike? And he's like, what up, man? And I'm like, you good? He's like, I'm good. You good? I'm like, I'm good.
Okay, that's a nice conversation.
And I'm like, yo, I got to roll. I'll see you.
It's a nice conversation.
I mean, I had to roll. It was like
Everybody's good.
30 seconds left on the clock
Okay,
before
I
I had to
understand.
go. So
I understand.
couldn't have like a full-fledged conversation.
Yeah, but at least we know two things. You're good.
He's good.
And he's good.
Right, so
you
we're
guys
good.
are both good.
All right, see you.
Nice.
Yeah.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's DFAR. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Michelle Smallman here. Want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, Mason, Ireland, Game of Games coming up. It's Michael's game. He always has great games. What is the theme of today's game?
Ball, B-A-L-L.
Okay, good.
Pepe, he won't get it. Because Pepe needs like 3 choices. You know, he just can't be alert.
You said you're supposed to think.
Yeah, well, it's coming up in 10 minutes. All right, so Tim Bontemps from ESPN conducted a straw poll of 100 NBA insiders, all people that have. Were you part of this, Momo?
I usually am, yeah.
Okay.
I think I forgot to get back to him on this one, but I would have voted for these two people, too.
Okay, so he said, who are you voting for MVP?
This year in the NBA?
Yeah. So, Michael, how would you answer that?
It's on between 2 guys, either
It's
Shea or
Shea.
or
So Shea
Jokic.
Gilgeous-Alexander got 70 votes.
Who's that?
I might have voted for
SGA.
Jokic, to be honest.
Okay.
I was debating, and then I forgot to write him back.
Nikola Jokic got 30.
30, yeah.
All right. Who's third?
Well, let's see.
It's really hard. Giannis, maybe?
Donovan Mitchell.
All right, so you took me right where I want to go.
Is he?
Yeah, because he's got.
I would say Jason Tatum.
Let's look at first team All NBA, and you just took me right where I want to go. SGA and Jokic are locks.
Right.
Yeah.
Giannis, pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
I would pick Michael for the other guard, Donovan Mitchell, because he's the best player on a Cleveland team that has been the best team all year.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Now that fifth spot, I think it's Jason Tatum, but could I argue it's LeBron?
No.
Why?
I don't think he was the best player on the Lakers. AD was.
Well, we're going to find out now, right?
I know, but AD was the best player this year.
Yeah, and Tatum's carrying the Celtics.
But the Celtics only have a marginally better record than the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers beat them when they played head-to-head. They're going to play again in 2 weeks. LeBron is averaging numbers very comparable to what he did when he was 25. But if you want to argue that it's Tatum, and which I think both of you are, that's fine. Isn't LeBron then at worst second team All NBA?
Yeah. He should be second team, second or third. He'll get one of those.
And I think if the Lakers make a jump. By the way, do you guys know this? When the season started, the Lakers were 33-1 to win the NBA championship in Vegas. Take a guess at what they are now.
12-1.
10-1.
Michael, what do you think?
15-1.
They're 9-1.
Wow. Well, that's the hometown thing.
You remember what their idea is. They want to get you to bet on the Lakers. By the way, the Cavs...
That doesn't induce a bet. That's not actually good odds.
Yeah, the Cavs were 35-1 at the start of the season.
Yeah, those have been great odds, yeah.
Now they're 7-1. I think the one... Boston was 3-1. Now they're 11-5. They're still the favorite. I think the one... Michael, you and I would probably both do this. I think the team I would, if I was a gambler, I'm not allowed to bet on the NBA even as a joke, but if I was a gambler, the team that I would jump on now is the Mavericks. They were 10-1 at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Now they're 40-1.
But the problem is with the Mavs, all their big men are out for the next month, and like you say, AD might need surgery.
Right.
And by the time these big men get back, Lively, Gafford, and AD, they might be out of the play-in.
Who do you think had the biggest drop the other way? In other words, we're really high. The gamblers were really high on them at the start of the season, and now they're not.
Philly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Philadelphia 9-1 start of the season. Right now 80-1.
Yeah.
How about OKC?
OKC at the start of the year were 6-1, and now they're 9-4. Pretty much
right.
No change.
A little bit.
Warriors odds improved. Jimmy Butler's out there talking a little bit. He's saying, hey, we're going to win it. Draymond says we might win it. You guys buying that?
Draymond says they are going to win it.
Yeah, you guys buying that? Are the Warriors a tough out for somebody?
No, they'd be a tough out, but they're not getting out of the first
round.
round.
How about Houston? Houston is playing good.
They're falling, though.
They were 75-1 at the start of the season. Now they're 45-1. Couple of other teams that went backwards. Sacramento. They were 45-1 at the start.
Yeah.
Now they're 120-1.
Has Doug Christie done enough to be named a permanent coach next year, Ramona?
Yeah, he's got like one of the top 3 records in the West since he got the job.
Yeah, I think he's done a really good job. I wonder what happens to them now because that was a weird trade they did. I mean, they kind of just went. They moved. They got Zach LaVine. He's been good for them. They didn't downgrade that much, but they could have got a lot more for De'Aaron Fox, I thought.
Yeah, how come they didn't get Castle or Vassell
I know.
for De'Aaron Fox?
I feel like San Antonio just got him for not that much.
Nothing, really.
All right, by the way, who do you guys think is the favorite to win the Western Conference?
Favorite to win the West?
Oklahoma.
Correct.
Oklahoma
City.
I still think Denver's up there.
And Denver's 5-1 right behind him.
What are the Timberwolves?
Who's third?
Lakers.
Correct. The Lakers are now third behind OKC and Denver. They were 16-1 at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Now they're 6-1, followed by Memphis 11-1. Clippers 16-1, Golden State 20-1, and Minnesota 22-1.
If Dallas was healthy, they would be my favorite to get to the finals.
Oh yeah,
if they were healthy.
Because I think defensively they're really good.
They're loaded defensively. You can't get to the rim against Houston when AD was out there with Gafford. Houston didn't attack the rim.
If they get all 3 of those centers healthy, they're going to be a really tough out.
They'll win it.
Yeah, they're going to be a really tough out.
Denver's won 8 in a row, by the way.
And if you stretch it out more, like 14 out of 15 or something. And
They've got it together.
Jokic is playing great.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's healthy.
Where would you rank Jokic? Somebody else talked to Dan Dakich on this podcast. He's wondering where I rank Jokic in all-time great centers. I said the automatic 3 great centers all-time are Kareem, Wilt, and Hakeem.
Yeah.
Then you start the discussion
Shaq's
after
not
that.
on the list?
Shaq's in the top 5 or 6 for sure. But but I said I would put Jokic ahead of Shaq because of his all-around game.
Shaq won more titles.
Well, that's true, but I'm talking about just skill. Basketball skills and greatness.
Well, I mean, is he the most skilled center of all time?
Yes.
I think he's the most skilled center of all time.
And Michael,
already.
you've told me
Jokic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Michael,
skilled.
you've said in the area he's the best passing big man you've ever
Best
seen.
passing player I've ever seen. Big man.
Better than
forget
Magic?
Player. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Played against Magic, played with Magic. Jokic is different, man. The way he sees the floor. I don't see how he sees the vision he has.
Well, you and
Unbelievable.
James Worthy told me a story, and it applies to Jokic too. That when Michael and James Worthy both first got to the Lakers, Magic was already there, and they wanted to make a good impression in their first practice, and they'd be running down the sidelines on a fast break, and the ball would hit him in the head. And you said the first time it happened to you, they grabbed you and pulled you aside and said, "Hey, when Magic's got the ball, you always got to keep your eye on the
Always
ball."
be ready.
And did that ever happen in a game? Right?
No.
Once you knew it, you were.
Magic gave me the greatest compliment I ever had, though, Pepe.
What?
He said I had the best hands he's ever seen. Oh. What do you think about that, Pepe? Huh?
I would change my
That's a good
name
answer.
to
That is.
Michael Best Hands I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Thompson.
I said Magic. He told that to Jerry West, and Jerry West said Magic said that. He said I couldn't believe it.
How many times did he hit you in the head?
Only once, but after that I caught.
So, Worthy said the same thing.
A lot of times, probably.
He said at practice that, and so like when guys got into All-Star games and stuff, like, and that's Jokic. He passes to people that you don't even think he's looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be looking right at
He
you
also-
and pass it right to her.
He also tees up the court. Like he makes you do what you don't really want to do on the court. Like he sees it like a coach does.
Like I used to think Kevin Love was like the best outlet guy I've ever seen. Wes Unseld is in that conversation.
Yeah.
But Jokic throws baseball passes that hit guys like right in
Unbelievable.
stride.
Yeah.
And with one hand and one move, I mean, the ball comes.
Yeah, he does.
You know what
he almost looks like he's trying to trick shot.
I know.
Well, I know this sounds like there's a lot of players who come into the league with soccer experience, like they played soccer and they see the field like a center midfield, like a number 10 on the soccer field.
That's
right?
Luka.
That's Luka. That was Kobe. That was Steve Nash. Those guys. I think Jokic plays water polo. Like they play a lot of water polo in Serbia. I think he sees it like a water polo player sees the field.
Yeah, he's just something else. All right, coming up next, Michael Thompson's
I
game
love these.
of games.
Right.
Oh, look at it. He
Is
writes it out like
right around the corner.
You're gonna win it, Ramona.
Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
The only downside to a chili dog.
It spills.
Can't eat it while you drive.
You park right there and eat, and then you go around again.
You can't eat it while you drive.
No. Well, you can. I can't. You can. You got to keep the wrapper on.
But the chili's going to go over the sides.
You got to keep the wrapper on. You got to make a cup with your hands so it falls
like
right
the
there.
little doily
there
underneath
you go.
it.
Right.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back tomorrow after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or visit CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. $39.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit on approved HMF credit expires March 3rd, 2025.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures. Until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Empower
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. He extended his vacation by using a couple of sick days. Smart. Michael Thompson has today's Game of Games. Michael, what do we got?
Today's game is about the ball because tonight LaMelo Ball is in town, so let's play the ball game in honor of LaMelo. Let's play the ball game. Tell me what this ball is associated to with these clues. Buzz-ins, got a couple of multiple choices, but you got to be alert.
Okay.
And you got to be quick to the clues.
All right, 4 players: Brian Cohen, Ramona, me, and Pepe.
Okay. Remember, the game is about the ball. The clue: he said he loved her.
Ireland. He said he loved her. It's I Love Lucy. Desi Arnaz.
Nope. 3, 2, 1. Lucille Ball.
No.
So the answer has to have ball in it.
Wait a minute. But you
he said he loved her.
Lucille Ball.
No, that was wrong.
Okay, I understand now. But ball has to be in the answer.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you just needed to word it.
You guys need like dots to connect the dots.
I think I should get half a point.
I think you should too.
He didn't answer correctly.
Because I wanted to buzz and say Lucille Ball, but the question was he said he loved her.
Right, yeah.
The clue.
It's okay. Here we go. Is this also buzz in?
Okay.
Buzz in. I'll let you know when it's a multiple
let's
choice.
go.
Okay.
The clue: where did she lose her shoe?
Momo.
Momo.
The ballroom.
Nope.
Brian.
Good
Brian.
guess.
Cinderella at the ball.
At the ball, right.
Okay.
So you got to kind of be smarter. All right, Brian.
Okay. I had a good question.
The clue: what you hear to start the game?
Oh, Momo.
Momo.
Take me out to the ball game.
Pepe.
No. Pepe.
Let's play ball.
Yeah, I'll take it. Play
Take
ball.
me out to the ball game.
Play ball.
No, that's seventh inning was your saying.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
All right, Brian's got one, Pepe's got one. I have a half.
The clue: this person is regarded as the best looking at the dance.
Momo.
Momo.
Queen of the ball.
Nope.
Best looking person at the dance.
Brian. Prize of the ball.
What?
Prize of the ball.
No. 3.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Beauty of the ball.
No.
I don't know.
Belle of the ball.
Belle of the ball.
Jeez.
We should
You
have
should
got that.
give it to me. I said pretty.
But you gotta say it right.
You should have said in the South. Yeah, that way I got it. Okay.
The clue: what some guys, or what Nevin calls Ramona.
Oh,
Greg.
Momo.
Momo.
Ball and chain.
Ball and chain.
Oh, way to go.
Would you have got that?
No, I would have said ball breaker.
Oh, Greg, you want to play it?
Yeah, I'm jumping in now.
Greg,
I'm sorry, a little
Greg's
late.
in now, too.
The clue: you use it to see into the future.
Momo. Crystal ball.
Yes.
Very good.
All right, I'm making a comeback.
The clue: what people dance under.
Ireland.
Pepe.
A mirror ball.
Nope.
Crystal ball.
Nope.
Brian.
Brian.
Disco ball.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Oh, shoot.
Mirror ball.
I can
Mirror ball
picture it.
doesn't work.
Close enough.
Close
Picture
enough.
what it looks like.
The clue: think of Times Square, New Year's.
Momo.
Momo.
Drop the ball.
Nope.
Greg. Oh, no.
Ireland. Think of New Year's Eve. The New Year's Eve ball. The ball they drop in Times Square.
Ball drop. That's
Yeah.
I said drop the ball.
He said drop the ball.
No, that's not it.
It's his game. His game. His game.
Momo, I'm taking another half and giving you a half.
Okay, thanks.
This is a half thing.
right,
game.
Yeah, I know. It makes you think, doesn't it?
All right, no, wait a minute.
man.
So here's the score.
Clues are
Ramona
not
has
good.
2.5.
Okay.
Pepe has 1. Ireland has 1. Brian, you have 2. Okay.
Yes.
And Greg hasn't scored yet, but he came in late.
Have multiple choice.
The
at all?
clue. The clue, Pepe. When you fail at completing the task, that means you've what? Greg.
Drop the ball.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Very good, Greg.
Good,
All right, everybody's within 1.
That's right. The clue. When someone is full of energy, they are what?
Ireland.
Ireland.
A
Ball of energy. Wait, or when someone's full of energy, they are ball of energy.
Nope. Ball of what?
Fire.
There you go.
Okay, well.
It's ball of fire.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Those are second. All right,
the clue. When you
complaining?
the clue is when you ban someone.
Ban someone. Ball out, ball.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Momo.
Ball out.
No, Momo. Blackballed.
Blackballed.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Got 3.5.
Took me a minute. That took me a minute.
That's very good.
The clue: when someone is at a disadvantage.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Behind the 8 ball.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Nice,
Good.
nice,
All right, Ramona, you have 3.5, and I have 3.
Okay.
Multiple choice for
What do I
Pepe.
have?
Multiple choice for Pepe. The Ball Corporation in Westminster, Colorado is a global manufacturing
I know
company
this. I know
of
this.
what? Steel, glass, or aluminum?
Brian.
I know this.
Glass.
Pepe.
Make me go last.
Pepe.
Aluminum.
Greg.
Steel.
I'll go aluminum. Ramona.
Glass.
It is aluminum.
No, it's not. It's those jars.
No, I have a aluminum ball cup in my house.
There's those jars that say, okay. All right.
Pepe, you got it, right?
Glass jars. You know what I'm
I got
talking
the
about.
lead now, Momo.
The clue.
Okay.
What John Ireland was thought of as a player at Corona Del Mar.
Ireland. Ball hog.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say ball
way
boy
too
like
high.
Brian.
3.5. By the way, totally appropriate, too.
Come on.
Number 13. The clue. You will find this university in Muncie.
Momo. Ball State.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Okay, so let me do
go.
a score update. Ireland has 5. Ramona has 4.5.
Oh, so close.
Brian 2, Pepe 2, Greg 1. Here we go.
here
The clue. It is called this when things cannot be figured out.
It is called this when things cannot be figured out.
Anybody? Bueller? 3,
I don't know.
And I got it.
2, 1. Ball of confusion.
All right.
right.
It's a reach.
Okay.
Finish this sentence.
Okay.
Buzz in. We say when someone or people are having a lot of fun, they are...
Momo.
Momo.
Having a ball.
Yes.
No, Ramona's got the lead. She's got
there we go.
5.5. I got 5.
The clue. When we see a player having a good game, we often say... Momo.
Balling out.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You're
Yeah.
in the big lead now.
Let's go.
How many are left,
Let's
Michael?
go.
About 4 or 5.
Okay.
When you want to... the clue. When you want to throw a punch, what do you do?
Greg.
Ireland.
Greg.
Ball your fist.
Yes.
Very good, Greg.
The clue. When we watch the player have a great game, what do we say that player did?
Did I just say that?
Yeah,
He was
it's
balled
got to
out.
be something else.
Momo.
Balled
out.
Right.
Wait a minute.
I
that was
just
the
said that.
answer like 2 minutes ago.
I did
that wasn't the
balled
right
out.
one. She said that wrong for another
Oh, wait,
one.
did Greg go for? Did you?
I
get it?
didn't buzz in. I
Okay,
said
yeah,
balled
then,
out, but I
Then
didn't
Ramona
buzz in.
gets it, and she's up to 7.5.
Okay.
Multiple choice. Everybody guess. He
Okay.
played defensive tackle for the Lions in the 80s. Was it Jerry Ball, Johnny Ball, or Jackie Ball?
Ramona.
Jerry, Johnny, or Jackie?
Jerry.
I'll say Jerry. Pepe.
Jerry.
Greg.
Jerry.
Brian. Jackie.
It is Jerry.
Yeah.
Ramona's got 8.5.
I didn't really know that. It just sounded like
Pepe's
it
got
was.
3. Greg's got 3. All right, Michael, how many are left?
One more.
Okay, Ramona, you've got it. Let's do this. Let's do this for fun.
Okay.
All right. The clue. It means when you get it all.
Oh, Momo.
Greg.
Whole ball of wax.
That's
Ah,
right.
yeah. I had it too.
Ramona,
I had
you
it too.
deserve
Yeah.
to win. You're
And the
very good.
tiebreaker.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody write it down.
All right.
During a Dodger game, you should know this, Mr. Dodger, Greg Bergman. For a Dodger game, how many balls are available for use?
Oh, wow.
Let's
Can we write it
go.
down?
Yes.
I don't have a pen, but I'll write it on my phone.
So
All
many.
right. Everybody,
Give me a
once you have a number.
I always wondered about this, and I looked it up.
Okay.
Foul balls.
Brian,
go
what's your
in.
number?
Yeah.
100.
100. Ramona?
60.
Pepe?
104.
104. Greg?
I just said 150.
I said 200.
Wow.
Michael, what's the answer?
120.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
So Pepe, who got it?
I
Well,
got
somebody
it.
said
Pepe got it?
100. No,
I
Brian.
said 104.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian.
Pepe.
Pepe got it. He said 104.
Yeah,
Michael,
120.
good game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was excellent. All right,
like it,
Momo,
Pepe?
are you leaving us?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Okay, so you're going on Sports Center. What are
You'll
they going to
see
ask
me
you?
at 3:15.
Yeah, what
and
are
I'll
they gonna
tell you.
ask you about?
I have the questions already. You want to know?
Behind the curtain.
Yeah, behind the curtain. They're going to ask me how serious is the foot issue LeBron is dealing with.
What's your answer to that?
Well, what I told you.
Okay.
Like, it got worse from the. It's going
Okay.
to bother him all year long. And then, what's the other one? I don't know. Maybe there's just one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Oh, it was something about how I get into Luka and LeBron fitting together and how important it is for them to play. They only have 30
All right,
games
you can
figured
check
out.
Momo out on TV when we come back.
3:15.
Super cross. Hey, did we figure out, Greg? Is it Sedano and Cap today?
It is Sedano and Cap.
Are either one of them here?
Sedano, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, we'll find
never
out
know.
next. ESPN LA.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
You're full of baloney. No. No, you are. You have. I mean, I'm just here to tell you. There was kosher baloney. It was next to the tongue.
Ew, really? Is tongue kosher?
It could be, depending on how
People
they kill
eat
the cow.
tongue just like they just like sell tongue in the store?
Well, George, what do they call
Lengua.
tongue? Lengua.
Oh,
See.
no thanks.
Es muy bien.
Sedano and Cap is next at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Next Gen is the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, Next Gen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from Next Gen. Call 833-3NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Oh, National Margarita Day. Because tequila, lime, and salt solve problems my therapist can't. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Celebrate National Margarita Day and then book your stay for the same night. Get a room for as low as $109.
Number 2.
Get a supersonic portable radio when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th.
Morongo. Good times.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right, Super Crosstalk time. That guy on the megaphone is Scott Kaplan, a couple of days after his birthday. Happy belated, Cappy.
Hey, Johnny I. Thanks a hell of a lot. John, were you? Did you go to Coeur d'Alene for a
I
little
did.
mid-season break?
I was in Park City, and then for 3 days, and then I went to Coeur d'Alene for 3 days. It was a winter wonderland, George Sedano.
Oh, wow.
Now are you in town all week?
I am. I have a game on Sunday in Minnesota. I've got OKC, Minnesota, and then I've got Lakers Clippers
That's
next
a good
week.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, and that Laker Clipper game is at Crypto this time. The
Correct,
first
on
2
Friday.
Laker Clipper games were in the other
games or only one?
I've got Minnesota on Sunday and then Lakers on Friday.
But they're playing back-to-back, Clippers, Lakers.
No, I only have the Friday. We have Friday nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cappy, did you do anything fun for your birthday, or did you lay low?
Well, I pretty much laid low, but I did get 2 amazing gifts. The first one came from Rachel.
Okay.
Now, Johnny I don't know about you, Michael, Pepe, Georgie. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I love a good foot massage.
No,
I don't like people messing with my feet.
Oh, really? Who doesn't, Cappy?
But when I was in Park City, somebody had a foot massager, a machine that you stick your feet in, and it was great. Did you end up getting one of those?
Cappy, when my Soothe masseuse comes over, I always tell her, hey, got ankle issues, heel issues. So that way she's got to work on the feet a little bit.
Oh, nice. Well, as long as you don't pull a Justin Tucker, you're okay.
No, definitely not doing that.
And by the way, it's interesting that it's now called a Justin Tucker versus a Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he took
right?
Deshaun Watson off the schneid there
for a little bit.
So I love a good foot massage, but Rachel will not touch my feet. Now, as George is well aware, my left foot is absolutely model perfect.
Right.
My right foot is disgusting.
That was your kicking foot.
Right. So Rachel refuses to touch my feet. So
I don't
John,
blame her.
No, I can't blame her. So she got me a really great foot massager machine. It's got those like metal balls in it.
I saw one in Park City. And they're unbelievable because all the skiers use them. Michael, I've never heard you talk about nor seen you get a massage. Are you a massage guy?
I don't want nobody rubbing on me. I rub on myself.
Even when you
nice. You should
when
mark
you were
that
a
tape.
player?
Even when I was a player. Don't rub on. Don't touch me.
Like
I can't stand that.
The Lakers travel with 3 masseuses.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
God, I'd take one every day if I could.
Well, I never. They're very nice.
I'm no Robert Kraft.
Yeah, they're very.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, he kind of got unscathed out of that Justin Tucker, Deshaun Watson world.
Oh, right. Because he's the richest of them all.
Exactly.
So they shut that down.
I used the Soothe app because of John and Trudell.
Yeah, Trudell found it first. The Soothe app is wherever you are in the world. Have you ever used it on the road in your hotel?
I have not used it on the road, but I use it here.
Yeah, I've done it a lot. And now I'm traveling with a Venom. You know what a Venom is?
No, what's that?
It looks like, Michael, one of your WWE championship belts.
Oh, yeah?
I got this idea from Trudell. You wrap it around your waist in Velcro. You can make it as tight as you want, and then you hit it, and it massages your back. It has 3 levels of heat and 3 different types of massages.
Oh, wow.
I will have it on the plane tonight when we fly to
battery operated?
Portland. Yeah. You got to charge it. Lithium.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Cappy, that's your next move.
Yeah.
I'm a little older than you.
Yeah.
As you get older, you get, as Lisa likes to joke, my wife, I've noticed everything you buy vibrates.
That's what you said to her? Or
No,
that's what
she
she
said
said
that
to you?
to me.
I'm
trying
bad.
to drop a hint.
Oh,
hello.
my bad. The other great gift, though, Johnny somebody sent me, and George, you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
There is no doubt he is the biggest Sedano and Cap fan out there. A guy by the name of Tommy, who walks around with Lil Cappy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know? Tommy sent me, you're going to love this, John, a Raiders starter kit.
Raiders.
Well, John's a Washington Commanders fan.
I after the Raiders completely just. I was so disgusted by how they threw away the 2024 season. Just punted from the word go.
And then won games at the end to screw it all up.
They would screw up a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And so for now, Cap, I've broken up with the Raiders.
Well-
but I tend to go back every once in a while. The Raider fans have had it with me because they can't believe I backed out on them. But, I mean, they went into a season with no quarterback. None. Yeah. And we all knew it. And Brock Bowers still caught 100 passes. Had they had a real quarterback, he would have caught 200 passes.
What did the guy give you, Cappy?
He gave me, Michael, you're going to love this, a Raiders starter pack. It started with a 2013 Raiders calendar.
Free tattoo. You got a tattoo in
no
there?
tattoo.
Okay.
A Raiders swag chain. Okay. A Raider T-shirt. A Raider hat that actually is embroidered. It says Big Cappy on it.
Oh, wow.
And it's got the Raider logo.
Yeah.
So my point is
No
is
Darth Vader helmet?
nothing like that.
But
no
you're not
Gorilla
even a
Rilla.
Raider fan.
Now he is.
Oh, no, Pepe, now I'm a
This
Raider
year he
fan.
became one.
Because I'm a Pete Carroll fan.
Oh.
And now that Pete Carroll has moved into the AFC West, I can lend all of my loyalty.
So you're like Michael Thompson, a wishy-washy kind of guy.
Yeah. So the other part of it is it allows Cappy to root against the Chargers.
Right. Now I have somebody who
That's
I can
really
really
what this
love.
is all about.
Right.
It's really less about the Raiders and more about the
Now
Chargers.
I understand.
But Pepe, you got to hear what I'm saying. Like, I'm lending my fanhood to the Raiders this year. How will it go beyond this year? I don't know. It's a loan.
Hey,
If you
Cappy.
will.
Bless the
Yes, sir.
Raiders.
Cappy, how come your close friend Sasha didn't know it was your birthday and didn't send you a case of wine?
Well, he did send a case of wine to the station, but someone stole it. I'm dead serious about
You guys
this.
have heard about this, right? You guys have heard about this? Yeah, you know
So
about this?
Sasha sent a case of wine to the station. He put the right address on it and everything. A guy signed for it named, is Greg still back there?
Is it
named
Martin?
N. Martin.
Yeah.
And
None of us
Greg,
know who he
Greg,
is.
Get on the microphone for a second.
Yeah.
So
Nice
is there
line.
any update on the stolen case of wine from Sasha Vujicic?
N. Martin does not exist.
Yeah, so
there is no N. Martin.
N. Martin signed for it. So what I think happened was some delivery guy walked in downstairs with a case of wine, and some guy goes, "That's for me," and he signed N. Martin and ran off with our wine.
Yeah, but we have to be able to go back and look at the security video footage.
Alex, the security guard downstairs, says there is no video evidence of this stolen wine, right, Greg?
Really?
So that's
No evidence. I even went over to the LAPC building and talked to them
The
over
TV
there.
building,
The
right.
TV building, yeah.
Sasha actually sent me the receipt.
One of the security guys got it.
Yeah.
We called over to the JW Hotel, and they had never heard of an N. Martin. Like, so the
There's
places
no
that it
N.
could
Martin
go.
in the TV building. There's no N.
No
Martin
hotel.
in the ESPN building. No N. Martin at the hotel. Pepe, there is a wine thief among us.
That's
Right.
good wine too.
Yeah.
Not me, man.
So maybe one of these days it'll show up.
I think what we need
You're
to do is
protesting a little bit
Sasha.
too much there, Pepe.
I'm sorry.
Did you? Oh, Pepe took it.
Pepe took it. He's protesting a little
Wow.
bit too much.
There you
wow.
go. So I have a bottle of Sasha's wine at home. It's really
No, but
good.
next time it needs to be a physical handoff. I just don't think we can trust the system.
Well, I want
clearly.
to know who N. Martin is, who stole our wine.
How old are you, Cappy?
Oh, Cappy, yeah.
How old are you, Cappy?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Well, when you look at me every day,
Oh, jeez. Just
what
say
do you
the-
think? I mean, you obviously look at me and you're like, this is a young kid, right?
46.
46. You see, that's a very good guess, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
What are you?
I'm adding 10 to it, Cappy.
He's in his 50s?
I think you're mid-50s at this point.
54.
What do you?
You guys are close.
What's the answer?
Double nickels.
Oh, right in the
Wow.
middle, Pepe. Me and
You
you
look
on
good.
either side of
55.
it. Yeah.
You look good, Cappy.
Well, thanks, Michael. I'm trying to work on my beach body for the upcoming summer right now.
Yeah.
And
You and
I'm
Travis
working.
Rogers.
Well, I'm working hard. I'm in F45 every morning, and now I have a new nemesis. Just by the way.
Who?
Well, now that Greg Bergman has decided he wants to become a boxer,
That's right.
he immediately
When did that happen?
He's doing boxing classes.
Last week, yeah.
What are you,
I'm
the
going
Jewish
tomorrow,
jabbler?
too.
With Deontay Wilder's trainer trains there.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Greg,
Well,
it
hopefully
is,
he can teach
it
you
is
how to box.
the
He didn't teach
best
Deontay.
way to get in shape, man.
It's great.
I boxed one round once just as a joke, and I was sweating like a pig.
You mean somebody throwing punches at
Yeah. With the big gloves
Wow,
and
okay.
with the headgears
Yeah.
on, and Michael, I said, all right, I'm just going to keep moving.
you? Right.
And your mind, it's a mind game too, because you're trying not to get hit. And You're
Right.
trying to pick your spots. And like after a minute and a half, I'm like, how much is left in this round? And then so we ended up boxing 3 rounds. I swear I lost 10 pounds.
Oh,
wait
yeah.
3 3-minute rounds or 3
Yeah,
2-minute rounds.
3 3-minute rounds.
that's
Wow,
pretty good.
impressive.
And
Did you land any punches?
Yeah, but I took as many as I landed.
How old was the lady you beat up?
No, this was when I was probably 30, and
Oh,
me and
wow.
my buddy in Texas did it,
Yeah.
and it was not good. I'm glad there's no video of this.
Oh, that
Was the
was
lady,
But Greg, I
was the
found it
lady
to be
in a
an
wheelchair?
extremely good workout.
No, it's a great workout, and thank you to Beto for the gloves. By the way, Cappy, I heard that you are trying to get Kirk Morrison on your side to be in your corner. If you're going to do that, DeMarco's on my side.
Wait
It's
a-
DeMarco
wait a
and me
Wait a
versus
minute.
you and Kirk.
You and Cappy are going to box?
Yeah, we're boxing.
Well, but here's what happened, John.
I want to
Oh,
see that.
I'd like to bet mythical money on Bergman right now.
Look at that.
By the
Look
way,
at that.
hey, that seems to be a very popular bet.
I will double that. How about
Yeah,
that?
a lot of people
Yeah.
think Bergie's going to kill me. And
He's like 15 years younger than
I-
you.
I had
Yeah,
no
Cappy, you're
beef.
just going to run out of steam. Is
No,
the problem.
Cappy outweighs you. You got to bully him.
Yeah, that's right. I had no beef with Bergie, but the first day he took boxing classes, he comes back and he lays down the gauntlet.
Yeah, one
You know?
class. That's all I need. One
he
class.
Saw, John, he saw
Have you
my
ever boxed
video.
before, Cap?
Well, so what happened is last week I put a video out on Instagram of me boxing in the Wild Card Boxing Gym. Okay, Freddie Roach's gym, and Adrian Gonzalez was on the receiving end. He was wearing one of those like Joe Theismann helmets,
Okay.
you know, with the single bar.
Yeah.
And Adrian was just playing defense the entire time. So I'm showing this video on Instagram, and people are like really impressed. Like Oscar De La Hoya reached out. He's like, "Hey man, you got really impressive hands. You got great footwork." I mean, listen.
Show me that. I want to see those
Oh,
texts.
really?
How
Evander
many-
Holyfield reached
How
out.
many rounds are you guys going to fight? How many rounds?
If it's
How
a
many rounds,
celebrity
Bergie?
event, you got to go
Yeah,
3
3.
rounds.
Yeah,
3 rounds?
3 rounds?
Three
Can I be
1-minute
wait? Can I be a
I
judge?
put my money on you.
Yeah, me too.
Me, Sedano,
Bergman.
and Michael would like to be judges.
Well, wait a
Okay,
minute.
judges?
Cappy, how much do you weigh?
Right now, before I actually go into full blown training,
Yeah.
I'm about 205.
Ooh, and Bergman, what are you?
About 190.
Oh,
So they're in the same weight
yeah, about the
class.
same weight class. Yeah.
Everything over 180
Yeah,
is a
we're both
heavyweight, right?
cruiserweights. Yeah, no, we're cruiserweights.
No,
Cruiserweight.
isn't everything over 180, 190
It's
heavyweight?
cruiserweight now.
Okay.
And above 190 is heavyweight.
So I'm gonna have to come down a little bit.
No, you don't have. You could box out of your class.
So they're heavyweight.
Out of your range.
They're heavyweight.
Now, why is
Heavyweights?
everybody taking Bergie? Now, George said
Just
yesterday.
younger.
Well, George said yesterday though more athletic.
No. I didn't say more athletic. I said he's just in better shape than you.
Boy, I don't know about that.
You complain about your belly every day.
Yeah, but just because I may be disgusting, but that doesn't mean you're in better shape than me.
Right. Those are two unrelated things.
Yeah.
Michael, how long could I last in the ring with Mike Tyson before I get hurt? Could I last 15
Talking about
seconds?
Mike Tyson now?
Yeah.
60-year-old Mike Tyson?
Could I last 15 seconds?
No, you'd faint.
I can't run. I couldn't run away from him.
No.
Oh, yeah, you could run. Yeah, you could run if you just like
Until he hits you
until
once.
he cuts off the ring and hits you in your stomach.
Right.
Then you're done.
Then it's over.
He'd be like
Yeah.
Michael Spinks, the way Michael Spinks just fell down.
Yeah.
That didn't even last 30 seconds.
No, he
90
just
seconds.
fell through the ropes. He's
90
like, I'm done here.
Yeah, Tyson came out of his corner like a rabid dog.
Oh, Mike Trudell's just texted that he will bet on Cappy.
Hey,
too.
nice.
Wow,
Cappy.
Trudell.
Nice.
Seriously? Is Trudell coming in today?
Yes.
Okay. We're all trying to figure out if LeBron's playing tonight. He's listed as questionable. So, Nano, what do you think?
I don't think so.
He better not play tonight.
Why better not?
Because I made all of my prize picks based on him not playing tonight.
He's listed as questionable, so it's a coin flip. I think. Do you guys think Luka will play both ends of the back-to-back
yes. I think
tonight and tomorrow?
Yeah, I think he will.
I think he will.
So LeBron's going to sit one of them.
Luka's 25. You know, he's not 35.
Portland's better than Charlotte.
Yeah, Portland's better.
So maybe they keep everybody all their powder dry for tomorrow.
Ayton's out. He's out
Portland
for a while.
is playing really good.
Why is Ayton out?
Portland was playing better before the break.
Strained calf or something like that.
Well, that guy
it's not a
clinging.
snowstorm?
That guy
Clinging
really
is
well.
better anyway.
You know, last
Jesus.
last 13 games, Portland's 10-3.
They played well.
They've found something.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to look at Mark Williams tonight. Everybody's
Is
calling
he
this.
playing?
Everybody's
Your
calling
boy-
this the
he
Mark
might-
Williams
yeah.
revenge game.
Yeah, he
Right.
might play today. Your boy Ayton is like this close to being a bust.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's actually been.
DeAndre Ayton.
I was doing
He's
homework.
this close to being a bust.
George, I've been doing homework. He's actually been good for 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
George,
3
come
weeks.
on.
Thanks.
Yeah, before that-
Season's been going on since October.
So
Before that, he was-
what happened to him?
He just needs the proper atmosphere.
What?
Yeah, you put him on the Lakers, man, he'd be good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he
You
was
put him
in-
on with a bunch of star players. He'd
By
be
the way,
good.
Michael, he was in Luka's draft, right?
Yeah, he was the number 1 pick, and
He
Luka
was
went,
the number
and,
one.
Luka went third.
and,
Marvin
Trae Young
Bagley
went
went
fifth.
went second.
Yeah, Marvin Bagley's the one that cost Vlade his job.
Yeah.
Is Marvin Bagley even still in the NBA?
he's in
We just saw
Washington.
him somewhere.
Yeah.
He's in
Really?
Washington,
Wizards.
but he's on the inactive list.
Boy, if the Lakers would have traded for DeAndre Ayton, we'd all be saying how great he is.
That's right.
Of course we would.
Yeah, like Mark Williams.
Well,
The only reason we couldn't trade for him is he makes too much money.
Yeah.
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 I wasn't that big on Mark Williams.
I mean, everybody thought he was going to be the next.
He can't
Dwight Howard.
defend you
What?
at
George,
your age.
So, George, we did a game in Charlotte 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mark Williams was the starting center for the Hornets.
AD destroyed him.
In the first quarter,
Yeah.
Anthony Davis had 24 points and 10 rebounds in the first quarter.
This notion that, he's a shot blocker.
I think he finished 43 and 20.
Yeah, he's a quote-unquote shot blocker because he averages 1.2 blocks per game. Except when you watch the rest of the game, everybody's just scoring all over him. He gets a block here and there because he's big.
He might have could have been the next Andrew Bynum. Maybe. You don't think so?
No way.
Wait, get out of here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Lakers dodged a bullet.
Maybe intentionally.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see.
Buyer's remorse, perhaps.
Yeah, and Dalton Connect played
Luckily
well.
for you, Michael, they didn't have that with you.
What do you mean?
They didn't rescind your trade.
You mean when they got me from the Spurs?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Back then. They didn't rescind trades back then. You're right. Nobody cared about taking a physical. Just show up because you got traded.
All right. So now you guys are going to 5:30?
Yes, we're going to 5:30
All right,
today
so
and
then-
tomorrow.
All right, so let's not waste any more time. Sedano and Cap.
Where are you guys going?
Well, where do you think we're going? Across the
Hey,
street.
Cappy, I got
Yo.
you, by the way, against the Bergman.
Hey, thanks.
Well, that's because Bergman banned you because you said he was
That's right.
racist.
He doesn't like immigrants. Me and Pepe.
Yeah. By the way, Mason banned you and made Bergman take the fall. That was ridiculous.
Who banned Pepe? Was it?
Hey, John,
Yeah.
before you leave, I want you to know one thing
Yes,
that
sir.
you should know because you missed this while you were gone.
Yeah.
In Game of Games,
Mm-hmm.
I am tied for the lead for the month.
Well, Momo won today, but
I have 3 wins for the month.
I love it. All right, well, we got to get you playing again next week.
Okay.
All right, Sedano.